What's happening, everyone? Sluggish start here to YouTube. So we'll see how this goes. Let me just set things up here. Let's do this and this and this. I came on a minute or two early tonight. And just send Annette the link. Hi, Anna Lee. How you doing? I did not talk to... Hey, Violet Flame. Hey, Sean. How are you? Judy. Hello. Hi, Zena. Lisa, how you doing? Just sent Annette the link. So I didn't talk to her today, but we did confirm tonight. So we'll see. Hey, Rose, how you doing? We shall see. Good to see everyone tonight. Had a fun Q&A last night. Mostly Q. Let's do this. And this. And this. And this. Hello. Hey, Warren, Vicky, Jonah Vart, good to see you. Dee. Harry, good to see you. Biden's rental cars. That I don't know about. But I also just got in too. It's insanity over here. Let's do this. Let me jot things down. My holiday was good, folks. It was nice and quiet, actually. Well, the holiday itself. I just hung out with my parents for a bit, and then Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, crazy supersized newsletter through the holidays. If you want in on that as well, just email me at hello@bridgecapeband.com. I think they have 40 local events and links to videos and fun things and whatever. So, and I just finished my latest documentary for the local cable station. It's about Howard Blackburn, the legendary Gloucester fisherman, the most legendary. Part 2 of his story is done. I can actually upload that to the channel tonight. Maybe I'll just do it tomorrow instead, since I imagine we'll be here for a bit. And we'll post that for you. But if you remember the Flying Santa piece that I did last year, this time on the, it was a couple big key guys that did it, but it really started 100 years ago. And dudes would fly and drop care packages off to the lighthouse keepers and their families around New England. Then eventually around a lot of parts in the US and Canada. So it's a really cool story. If you have a chance to check that out, I'll have the link to that with a graphic in the newsletter first thing tomorrow morning, if it's easy for you to find that way. Or on this channel, just look up the Flying Santa. Oh, Dion is already here. Let's get Annette in the room ASAP. Let me say my hellos. Rosemary, good to see you. Rose, Joan, Wildflower Wind, Karen, Linda, Chuckster. How's everyone doing tonight? Cheryl, Patty, good to see you. Talk to me, Annette.
I didn't think you saw me.
Well, I did. I've just got in here to start saying hellos, and the room's loaded already. Melissa, how you doing?
So in disbelief that I was here kind of on time, that you couldn't really conceptualize that I'm actually here.
I was surprised because I just sent you that link 90 seconds ago.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't have to go pick up any food for you or anything, so.
Oh yeah, that's okay. We're raising a glass for Christine McVie tonight. This is Christian starting.
I know. I was just about to play that song "Songbird" on the piano. I'll do it after.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
It's a great song.
Yeah, cheers to her. That's a life well lived. She kicked ass.
These people are all, they're all around the same age.
Well, she was 79.
I know. I was just listening to. I mean, he's still with us, thankfully. But I was just listening to the interview that Howard Stern did with Neil Young.
Yeah, I saw some of that. It was great.
That's why I'm in love with Neil Young. I always have been.
Hey, he's the genuine article, huh?
We think alike. We totally think alike. Yeah, it's just incredible. When he was talking about that he walks in the woods and things come to his head, and that's how it works.
Did he talk about stimulus checks?
No,
I see the two of you are more alike than you think.
didn't talk about the economy, housing prices.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
actually, what he did say was the only thing that matters is that we address the global climate, the climate crisis, which is absolutely true because none of this other stuff matters.
Mm.
So true. All this other stuff we worry about doesn't matter if we don't have a planet.
This is a good point. Hey, Annette, can you tilt your screen down just a little? That's better. That's better. Yeah.
I feel like I'm never getting it quite right.
No, it's that's a lot better actually.
You
So-
look like you're at Stage 4 Park,
Isn't that it is?
but it's not snowing. Is
It's
it
not.
Stage 4
And
Park?
that's not stage 4. No, that's a pond or a lake somewhere.
Well, it looks
Beautiful,
like
though.
that here, but it's not a lake, it's the ocean.
Isn't that nice?
It is nice.
I had this on last night. I figured I love this time of year. So it's going to be all wintry theme for the next.
Yes, this is the cherry time for Corey.
It
'Cause
is.
You're part elf, I think. You're part Santa's elf.
I have the height. The height is down pat.
Who's the one in Rudolph, the dentist?
You know who I get in the summer? So you know how my color changes, right? I actually get dark and my hair gets really light. And if I
Yeah.
go swimming, and when I get out of a pool or out of the ocean, my hair goes straight up like the heat miser. So a lot of my friends call me the heat miser because I'm just this dark with red hair sticking straight up.
I want to see a picture of that.
We'll find that. Let me find one for you while you get settled in here.
Okay, I'm pretty settled. I have what I need, I think.
So I'm sorry I missed you last week.
Yeah, thanks a lot. They're always getting ready. I'm like,
I
okay,
told
I'm
you.
gonna be on time and everything. Yeah, at like 4:15.
Was it that late though?
It was. I checked the time. Yeah, I
No,
mean,
Bubs.
you told me that you weren't sure.
Yeah, I know. And then it was honestly, I thought it was gonna be out hours before then, and then not quite.
Yeah, so it's fine. I was just like, wow, nice. You got some big plans.
Well, Wednesday night before Thanksgiving's awesome.
You were just going out in the town?
This is the heat miser.
Oh, totally. I know that's a heat miser. What do you say? I wasn't born yesterday, believe me.
Bubs, not yet. Hang on, Bubba's head's right here for some reason. He wants
A
to-
year without a Santa Claus.
Yeah.
They had to follow up Rudolph with something, and they came up with that. I still remember the songs.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's Mr. Heat Miser. He's Mr. Was a fire.
Yeah. Well, folks, if you're just
Crazy.
tuning in, hi, welcome back to the Psychic and the Sidekick. I'm Corey from Bridge Cape Ann in Gloucester, Massachusetts. She is Psychic Annette Dion coming at you
Yeah.
from just a few miles away in Rockport, Massachusetts. We took
No,
last
I'm
week
not.
off.
I'm in Gloucester. No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
in
you're
Gloucester.
at your office tonight. I keep thinking you're at your home
I'm
office.
always at my office.
Yeah.
I live here.
Yeah, so and that's like 1 square mile from me, apparently.
Yeah.
So there is that. So we had to skip last week because Thanksgiving Eve is the biggest party night of the year around here, and I had to make the rounds. So,
Yeah.
but we're back.
Priority. For Corey, partying is priority.
It was
That's
great.
good. That's
Got
good.
caught up with a lot of people. It was good. And
Where'd you go? Did you go like to the rum line or the local?
everyone, you name it, and I was
You
there.
hit everyone. You're so brave.
Yeah, it was good. It was all good.
Everyone breathed on each other like heavily
That's how we start and end the night. Group breathing
on
exercise.
the dance floor and,
Yeah, we get in the smallest room possible and breathe on each other.
and sing really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Get
that.
those germs going around. Get those viruses going.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Did
I have all
anybody
the
have a mask on at all?
some of the like behind the bars, some staff had masks on, but now everyone's letting it rip this year.
Unbelievable. I hope everyone's okay. That's all. I'm hoping for the best.
So far so good, but we'll keep you posted. So now we do have a sad announcement to make, Annette.
What?
Our friend Yoon is on vacation in Vietnam, so she won't be with us tonight.
Well, that's good for her.
It is great for her.
I'll save the bell for next time.
Yeah. So there is that. But anyway.
We should talk about end of the year shows and holidays. Well, Christmas is on a Sunday, so that shouldn't interfere with anything.
No, we actually talked about this last night. So when we did our year-end predictions last year, we did it on Christmas Eve, I think.
We did a Christmas Eve day, and
Right.
we pre-recorded it.
Yeah. So I asked last night, people want us to replay that. And
Oh,
so,
really? I'd like
yeah.
to watch.
Well, I think that's what we should do. And I think we should replay it and you and I sit in on the live chat while we replay it.
And that's going to be our 2023 show?
No. We do a 2023 show, but I think people want to revisit 2022 to see what it was like and how we did. And while we watch, we can watch it like as if it's live and chat with people in the live chat. But then we do our 2023 prediction show as well.
On the same show?
No, different nights.
2 additional shows. Okay.
Well, actually, you know what? That prediction show for 2022, it was only an hour long.
Oh yeah. When do we get into these marathon sessions?
That's like a baby show in fact, so there's an idea. When we do the 2023 prediction show, why don't we we replay the 2022 first at like 6:30 to 7:30, and then we go on right after.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So we'll watch it together, right?
Yeah,
And
with
then
everybody. Yep.
After I can't believe it's only an hour. That just seems unheard of nowadays with how long our shows are. So then we can just segue into our 2023 predictions.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can tell us your 2023 predictions.
I've got them all. Yeah.
Because we're getting it telepathically to
pick a card, any card.
Oh no, there's a clock alarm going off in the next room.
Oh, there is? That might be Yoon's alarm clock, actually.
Can you hear it?
No, I can't. What else was I going to say? Oh, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. Annette and I like to chit chat for the first half hour or so of the show. It's not going to be that long.
No, we don't have to chit chat for that long. That got a little long last time.
Well, we were usually eating dinner too, and unboxing stuff.
Yeah, it's just that people don't know our local cons and all, local news. So
I know.
Okay,
so Annette, so while we button up the 2022 prediction thing, right? Or 2023. So last year we had the 2022 prediction show on Christmas Eve. Did we do one on New Year's Eve too? Or not?
We did a second one.
So I gotta dig that out. All right.
Shouldn't be hard. It's on your timeline somewhere.
Yeah. Well, YouTube channel, I gotta dig and find that. But as long as that title had New Year's Eve in it, I'll find that pretty easily. So we'll figure out a schedule to replay those for folks. Maybe they're Friday evenings or Monday evenings, whatever it is. We'll bend that around Annette's schedule and do that with everybody.
Well, we can stick with our regular schedule because the holidays are on the weekends.
Yeah.
So we can just stick with Wednesdays, right? Unless you have a Christmas party or something. Are you guys having a Christmas party?
Who's you guys, like Meredith and I, or?
No, the cable station.
No, we never do. God, no.
Really?
I've never had a party with those people.
What's wrong with them?
Well, for one, I'm the only one who's local. I'm the only one who from Cape Ann who actually works there. Everyone else is out of town.
All right.
No, but I'm doing a live show at the Beauport Hotel Friday morning. That's beautiful. And so we'll probably stay after that show and hang out.
The 23rd?
No, Friday. This Friday.
Oh, this coming Friday.
Hey, are you around Friday?
I'm around, yep.
I might need a musician. I have Alexandra Grace is supposed to perform, but she's been sick.
Oh dear.
Would you be into something like that?
Okay. What do you need? Yeah, sure.
Play like a few acoustic songs and we'll shoot the shit in between.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I'll let you know. I find out, I guess we had her slated and she's been sick, and I'm trying to do these shows more prolifically next year.
Is it a holiday show? You want holiday music or what do you want?
Yeah, it could be. You can do an original. We'll figure it out.
Okay, speaking of Friday, I'm doing a show with Milu on Friday. Milu just
look at you.
Thing. Yeah, I know. I've been working it a little bit.
Yeah, good for you.
Because it just seems like it's been kind of slow. I need a big boost somewhere. So Milu's great. He's I guess you look up Milou, Milu, Psychic Milu on YouTube. I mean, I watch him when he's on at noon every weekday.
Yeah, I found him easily.
Yeah, so yeah, he finally got back to me. So, and thanks to the viewers who kind of pushed that along and got him to get in touch with me.
Nice.
So that's going to be at noon. I think the show is like, 12 to 12:45 or something Eastern time. He's in Florida. He used to be in New Jersey. He's Haitian. He's from Haiti.
Hmm.
But so he does that. It's like, political reading. And I want to mention another thing I have coming up is a winter solstice event, which I mentioned before. Since I have been sending people to my website, I seem to have less traffic. So don't be afraid to go to my website, psychicannetteDion.com. Maybe we can put that up somewhere because everything's there. And the winter solstice event, speaking of holiday music, I'm going to be playing some live music. We're going to make a Yule log and a Yule altar and do some magic. It's a powerful time, the winter solstice. And that's on the 17th, which is a Saturday.
You're doing that on your own at your place?
Here, yep.
Nice.
Set it all up. We're gonna decorate. So wherever you are, it's like a Yule party at your own home, but together in a virtual, we have virtual friends now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hundreds of them. And hundreds are
It's weird
for us to get to the questions, Dion.
Okay, so let's hop to it. Okay, 15 minutes of wasted time instead of half an hour.
Nah, that's fine. So you want to talk moon phase at all, or where are we?
Well, let me see. Where are we? We're at the moon entering Pisces in about a half an hour. So that means, did we do a moon and Pisces show? It just seems like we just did that. Void, of course, until about half an hour. So things will get a little spacey in a half an hour. Pisces is kind of the spaceys. Spacey sign. It's not a bad thing.
Yep.
Very spiritual, very good for meditation, very good for psychic work.
And Annette, do you want to show off tonight's deck of cards and featured pendulum?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. I was on eBay just perusing. It's kind of a hobby of mine. And
you mean you were shopping locally?
I'm helping someone out.
Yeah.
I actually don't even know. This is the weirdest thing. I liked the box. It's a wooden box. And I like the cloth, which I have on my table. It's like a zodiac, tapestry kind of. And it's these cards, they look like this. I saw a comment when I used them on Monday that they don't really like these cards, but
they look slick.
Well, it's just because they're simple, I think. And the thing is, if you ever really want to get down and learn the tarot, then it's good to start with something really simple. But I can read anything. So it's the strangest thing is like, I don't even know who made them because there's no name. It's like this mysterious force made these cards. It's a Moonlight Tarot deck.
Okay.
No name. It's called the Moonlight Tarot deck.
Researchers, you can look that up for us and help Annette out.
So let's go to a card. A lot is happening. There's always a lot happening, but it's kind of mind-blowing still at the same time. How much is happening? I'm just going to pull one card for the collective energy. The Eight of Pentacles. Now, see, these are really witchy. See, it's like a spider, the web. The Eight of Pentacles. There are many things going on, and there's a lot of good, but it's interdispersed with some real negative stuff. So this can be a very confusing time for people. It's almost like, should I feel good about that? I don't know. Well, yeah, I think, but then then there's a lot of flip. It's like equal amounts of good stuff and equal amounts of bad stuff, and it kind of depends on the way you look at things. And it reminds me of, Dr. Wayne Dyer used to say, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So I encourage everyone to change the way they look at things that seem like they're negative. Because sometimes what's going on is the darkness is just being exposed for its utmost evilness and darkness, and it's being exposed. So the way to look at it, sometimes the best way to look at it is it's a good thing. Ultimately, it's for the good, even though it's uncomfortable and unpleasant when we have to bear witness to what's happening. So this is really about like a mishmash of all these different things going on. And I think it's really important for people to pick the perspective that just to choose. I choose to look at everything from this particular perspective. Like you could say, like, I'll always see the good in whatever it is. I know there's something good in this, no matter what it is. I'll make an effort to look for it. And this is really a good time for, like I was talking before Thanksgiving, for writing a gratitude list and that kind of thing. Accentuating what's positive. And if you can't find it, just keep looking because it's in there. And the Pisces energy that we're coming up on right now is the tendency to get stuck in the muck and the cloudy, like the murky waters is greater. So just make an effort to clear the fog. Do you have ways to clear the fog? What do you do to clear the fog?
It starts with whiskey.
that makes the fog, I think.
Sometimes it
How about what do you do to clear the fog the next day?
Oh, look, it's always like a brisk walk. Just 10 minutes of breathing,
Definitely. I had a brisk walk today. I like the briskness in the air. And then it got really cloudy and crappy and windy.
It's pouring out right now here.
Yeah, it's really raining. We need the rain. It's good.
Mm.
All right.
I like those cards, by the way, Annette. They're sharp.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them for a little bit. Yeah, you can see them really well. They're easy to read, but like I said, I can read anything, and I don't need cards, but they're fun.
They look modern.
Yeah, they're very witchy.
Yeah, cool stuff. Good. All right, we ready to roll, kids?
Are they ready?
They're ready. Oh, they're ready.
All right.
Chomping at the bit. All right. Question number 1, Annette, comes from Catherine Seville, who asks, Annette, do our angels or spirit guides feel our emotional or physical pain?
Well, they don't feel it. They don't feel it like we feel it. They're aware of it. So the question is, do our angels and spirit guides feel our pain? No, they don't feel it like they're in a human body feeling, pangs of, guilt or pangs of sadness, or they don't feel them. They're just aware of them. Like if you're really going through a rough time and your loved one who's crossed over to the other side, who's being your guide, is aware of your emotion, then they'll bring you some support and some help and some guidance and some love and healing. But we have a tendency to get caught up in and I talk about this a lot with the ETs. Like the ETs, they're not like humans that feel emotions. That's what makes us human, is our emotional, existence. Our emotional beings make us human.
Sentient.
Once people cross over, it's like once people cross over, they're not human anymore. So we can't expect them to have human emotions, but they're very much aware of what we're going through and what kind of help we need. Did I have fruit flies the last time I was on?
I think there was one, yeah.
Oh my God, no. Well, then I got a whole family and an extended family, and I got the apple cider vinegar going, and I caught most of them, but there's one that won't die. Maybe
the mascot.
It's one.
Yeah, we need a mascot.
But oh my gosh, it's the most. You think it wouldn't annoy you as much as it does, because they go like this. They go in front of your face. I was playing the piano last night. I was reading some music, playing the piano. I just kept. I'm working on it.
All right, you ready to roll?
It's hard when you're trying to focus and somebody's the fruit fly in front of you.
Yeah, they're called pests for a reason.
Yeah, they are. You're right. You're right. Apple cider vinegar. Oh no!
Is that
no.
Is that him? Is that him right there?
Is that a fruit fly?
That's a fruit fly.
It has the wings. Yeah, I don't think it has red eyes like that. Yikes!
That might be enhanced.
I hope not.
I don't know what the hell that is actually.
Yeah, it's so annoying. And then you go like this, and then you go, and you can't ever get them.
Ever. And they're slow as molasses, and you still can't get them.
But I know. It's such an enigma. Maybe they're not really here.
Yeah, it's all as who says that? Wilk Zook would say it's all an illusion.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, that was his very first question to us. Oh, I don't know why I remember that months later, but
is it all an illusion?
yeah.
That's right. Yes, it is actually. And that's a good way, just speaking of that first card, the Eight of Pentacles, that's a good way to kind of just ride these tumultuous times, is it's all an illusion. It's all in the way you look at it. It's all an illusion anyway.
There you have it, folks. All right, our next question comes from, well, you might as well roll with this subject or something like this, disease and illness. Maggie G asks, Annette, is there a shingles epidemic on the rise?
No. Who's asking that?
Maggie G. Maggie.
I'm putting my festive lights on mine. Well, let me tell you something about that.
Okay.
The culture that we live in gets a lot of mileage out of hyping the hell out of things. Think about how many things are just hyped to death that were always here. Think about it.
Oh, that's no doubt.
I don't have to go into the litany, the long list. Well, I'll say one thing. And I'm not saying anything about what to do about this or that. Like when you were growing up, what did you think about the flu?
Growing up, what did I think about it?
When you were growing up, what did you, if someone said to you, oh, so-and-so got the flu, what would you think?
Well, I think they're down for the count for a couple of weeks. Way worse than a cold, but not as bad as pneumonia.
But you would just be like, oh, yeah, they have the flu.
Yeah, it's the flu. It's a stomach bug, right?
Yeah, stomach. Yeah, you'd just be like, yeah, we all get that, right? Or
Wilk is in the chat tonight. He's we are with you, Wilk, 100%.
Turn isn't here. He'll be the human substitute.
Oh, and ring that bell too. Michelle Shelton tipped us tonight too. Thanks.
Oh, he does. Thank you. That's very sweet.
Does.
Anyway, do you get my point?
Yeah, I do get your point. Yeah.
Do other people get my point? Do other people get the point? Or are they not listening?
No, everyone's putting up remedies for fruit flies.
Apple cider vinegar with dish soap. I know.
Hairspray. Yeah.
Hairspray?
Red wine. Although a lot of bars, you put red wine out and you put I do the little saran wrap funnel.
Yeah, without apple cider or wine.
Yeah.
Apple cider vinegar with little dish
Something
soap.
sweet. Yeah, I put in vinegar.
It definitely worked. I've got about 25 fruit flies that I caught.
What do you do? Are you coming to us from the town dump?
No,
fruit flies coming from?
I hope not. I think I brought an orange and peeled the orange, and I think that's what it came off of. But man, once they start proliferating, there's no stopping them.
Yeah.
I think he's just here to annoy me.
Could be. I
can either focus on it or
sometimes I feel the same way, Annette.
Like a fruit fly?
I'm just here to annoy you.
Yeah, but at least you don't fly in front of my face when I'm trying to read music.
You won't get near me anymore ever since the summer passed.
No, because you go and fraternize with like thousands and thousands of people.
Oh my God, I'm healthy as a horse.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just surrounding you with protective bubbles of light.
Well, look at them. They're falling all around me here.
It's snowing behind you.
So serene.
We haven't had any snow here, by the way, if anybody's wondering.
No. Nothing on
the
horizon.
Tomorrow's December. Yeah, it's pretty warm out today.
Ready to roll? More. All right. Here's one from Vicky Nedwick. I think Vicky's with us tonight. She usually is. A question for Annette. How come Florida didn't question DeSantis winning?
Because DeSantis has put all these people on different elections, the poll, the voting places, and because he set it all up. It's unbelievable what's happening in Florida. I think about it every day. And Milu is in Florida, and I'm going to ask him about Florida on Friday when we're together at noon. Why didn't anyone question it? That's the question, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. How come Florida didn't question? Yeah. So basically, yeah.
DeSantis, before the election, went through months and months and months of, gerrymandering and redistricting and making it hard for Democrats to vote. And plus, the state is in such chaos from not only Hurricane Ian, but then there was another lower, like category 2 hurricane. What was that one called? Nicole. So Florida is pretty much decimated. And we talked about this before. I feel like Ron DeSantis has pushed the media away. He's doing this thing, and I can compare it to North Korea. Just think of a lesser version of North Korea, in the sense that he's kind of cutting Florida off from the United States in a certain manner. In a certain way, he's energetically, what I picked up is he's making Florida its own little country.
And to be fair, Annette, Florida was kind of doing a pretty good job on their own, making themselves separate from everyone. They're not really the South. They're not really. It's a weird place.
Rode that wave, and
we tease.
And the media's not being let in. But I really feel. Well, I've always gotten the Russian connection with him, with DeSantis, and I really feel like I think he's nervous. I think there are a lot of things that he's done that are illegal. Many, 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 many things. He's like a mini Trump that are really illegal, and we can go down the list of that if you want. And he knows that he's at risk of being found out. So he's hoping that his ploy to get basically, people that are like part of the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys, he's trying to get them on school committees. And it's really fascinating what he's done. It's like he's putting these extremists all at their posts so that Florida is all like what he's rigged to be, not asking questions, because he has all these right-wing extremists that are in control. Like Miami-Dade County is got many people in positions of leadership that are part of like white supremacist groups, like the Oath Keepers. So that's why. That's my long.
It's a shrewd play. And because it's been going on for a long time now. And
Oh,
you're exactly right. Just dropping people into these little civil services and little, county positions or school committees. And that's actually going on.
He's rigging Florida. And then I've been mentioning several times now, he's put Florida in a media blackout. It's astounding to me that we're not talking about Florida. We're not talking about him shipping the immigrants up here. We're not talking about the election. I should pull cards. I'm like in this big discussion. I forgot I was doing readings.
Pull cards, but this is what we do.
I know.
Our show is a little different, folks, than what you're probably used to.
I'm thinking, well, I wonder if that's going to keep going or what's going to happen. Then I'm like, well, I can look.
Annette, would you believe that only 60% of our followers actually like polls? That was my first poll tonight. Do you like polls? 40% say no.
I think, it's something we don't really think about. So they probably just decided they would just pick one. Yes or no? Does somebody really have a strong opinion about that?
We don't. We just take yes or no's. We don't accept strong opinions.
Maybe it's like when you're in the chat, if someone's reading the chat, they can't see what people are writing because there's a poll in the way. Maybe that's it. We're pulling cards about Satan.
Do you think he ends up going head to head with Trump?
No, I don't see that.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, what you just asked me presumes that Trump is going to be running for president.
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be in a presidential debate or anything. Head to head, those guys end up going through the media or, You
don't mean, you're not referring to both running for president.
Well, I just think, we have 2 years to play with, right? or we have a little time to play with, where I wonder if they start going, if they just firing barbs beforehand to try to quell the other group before they move forward.
You're making
You know
it
what
way
I'm saying?
more complicated than it is.
Yeah, well, what do you think? So there's just nothing happens between the two of them.
Trump is going down very soon. I didn't get to hear what Merrick Garland said today. He was talking about the seditious conspiracy verdict, and boy, that's such a huge win. That's such a huge win. I mean, it's everyone just have a moment of gratitude that this is where we are right now. These people have been investigated. We've had the January 6th committee. They've really left no stone unturned, and there's more coming up. There's more information coming. And, you know, Trump and Stuart Rhodes, they were talking. This was planned. That's the conspiracy part. We're looking at DeSantis. So anyway, my point is, I just see, it's almost like the guy just showing me Trump trying to climb up a slimy wall. You know what I mean? You just can't get a grip. Literally, like, that's the guy's way of showing me he can't get a grip. Every time he thinks he has a grip, he slides back down again, like doing, you know, rock climbing on a slippery surface. It's just not going to be able to get a grip. And Trump has really he's really lost his mind. So that's my long way of saying, and we'll get into that because I'm sure you have a lot of questions about Trump. I don't know, something tells me, maybe it's the psychic in me.
Why would you think that?
Because I'm psychic. Let's see. If anyone doesn't like these cards, I'm willing to switch them up.
I like them.
But they're brand new, and I got like 8 decks of tarot cards. Okay, so this is about DeSantis. Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. The woman that he's had for his like campaign manager person is a plant from Russia. Somebody in the chat might remember what her name is. But I felt the connection with Russia before I became aware that this woman who works on his campaign, whatever he does with campaigning, is a Russian plant. Anyway, so then that explained why I always felt like he was connected to Putin. The Queen of Wands, she's going to be found out. She's going to be investigated. I'm going to ask the pendulum if that's through Jack Smith.
Here we go. Play the pendulum music.
I forget if I asked that on Monday. I know many people watch my video from Monday comparatively. Go watch the video from Monday. There's a lot of good stuff there. My numbers are way down. I don't know. Was it something I said?
It usually is.
Yeah. Nobody loves me. Is it gonna be? Is Jack Smith gonna? Wow, I'm picking that up. Jack Smith has worked, you know, around world cases, around the world, international cases. That's interesting. I feel like Ron DeSantis is in deep. We're gonna see, like, where we thought we were starting to wonder if we had a justice system in this country. We're gonna start to see.
You mean white people are gonna wonder?
Even white people are gonna wonder.
Yeah, this time it's serious.
It's true, I know. It's really terrible that it's that way.
Yeah.
But I see that we're gonna see democracy being saved. So everybody, just take a deep breath. We are going to witness this country salvaging our democracy. It's rickety and it's shaky and it's scary and all that, but we're gonna hobble along and we're gonna make it. I feel like Ron DeSantis is in trouble and Jack Smith has something to do with finding out what he's up to. And that's why I'm saying, watch my video from Monday, because I was talking about a lot of that stuff. The moon, Ron DeSantis is going to be overcome with emotions. He doesn't have a very good handle on his emotional self. He's a very unhappy man. I don't know. See, here's the thing. You know that he didn't get elected just because people love him. He had to rig the system around so that the Democrats had a hard time voting and the minorities had a hard time voting. He had to do it that way because he's not likable. What is likable about Ron DeSantis? Do you think he's appealing in any way? I mean, not, I don't
Where's
mean,
Justin's mom when I need her?
I
The
don't,
views, the views
I
expressed
don't
for
mean-
entertainment purposes only.
I don't mean, do you think he's cute? I just mean, do you think he's appealing? Do you think he has charisma? He's up there going, oh, we're passing the anti-wokeism law. I know nobody knows what the hell they're talking about.
In
What
all
is
honesty, the fact that someone like Ted Cruz has a captive audience, I mean, that means like there's a following for anyone out there.
It's not as large of a segment of the population as you might think.
True.
It isn't. All right. Anyway, so Ron DeSantis he's going to be really emotional when he realizes he can't control the situation of him being incriminated. Yeah, the Ace of Wands represents all the communication that is being found out about him, about his illicit activities. He is part of the dark cloud that's hanging over Florida. Why have we not heard about the people in Florida that need help? Do we really believe that the people that lost everything in Hurricane Ian, everything, don't even have a home? Do we really think that they don't need any help and they don't need any attention from the rest of the country? Do we really believe that?
Has FEMA been quiet in it?
Nobody knows.
Mhm.
He's sending the media away. Now, I've been saying that, and somebody did post in the chat that that's factual. That is factual. I don't know where their source of information is, was from, but anyway, you can't hear that alarm in the background. It's going beep, 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 beep.
No.
Okay.
Is that might be you trying to buzz in? She could be visiting.
No, I have old-fashioned clocks and I knock them over sometimes because I don't have a lot of room in my office and I'm always bumping into things. So if you knock one of those off the shelf, sometimes the alarm goes. The alarm turns on, so apparently the alarm was set to 7.
Annette, there are well over 300 people in this.
Already?
Up
They
in this
must have
place.
nothing to do.
No, they have everything to do and spend time with us. All right, our next question comes from Roxanne M. We have a few Roxannes. It's from Roxanne M.
Really?
Annette, I just learned that French President Macron is here visiting Biden at the White House. What are they discussing?
I heard that, and I also heard that Prince William and Kate are in Boston.
And who else is? Oh, Biden's on his way, right? Biden's on his way.
Biden was in Nantucket over Thanksgiving, and he's on his way here again. He's in Michigan.
Yeah, I think he's coming to Boston. There is some award being given that they're in town for. Oh, what the hell is that called? I can't remember. But there's an award. Someone's receiving an
Let's
award.
go see him.
You know how insane Boston's going to be this weekend with all that going on?
What else is going on?
Well, you have all the holiday stuff. You have royalty in town. Biden's in town. The Bruins and Celtics. You can't get into that city this weekend.
And most people will be going to the Bruins or the Celtics.
I would. They're on fire right now.
Right? I don't know where the Prince and Kate are going to be. What are we asking? I just dropped 3 cards, so they're the answer to somebody's question.
French President Macron is here visiting Biden, right, at the White House. What are they discussing, Annette?
Ukraine.
Ooh.
Wow, this is interesting. They see an end to this coming. Do we know, is it in the news, the specific reason that they're saying that Macron is coming?
I don't know.
I haven't
That
watched much
requires me
news
much
today,
reading.
but I did know he was coming, but I didn't catch the specific reason. But this is interesting because I'm getting this message that they're meeting. They're meeting in Boston. Is that what you said?
Mhm. Yeah, I think so. Oh, no. Macron isn't.
No.
That's at the White House.
Yeah, that's got to be at the White House. I was like, what are they going to
That's
go
at the White House.
go to Cheers and have a
Yeah,
beer?
they're not at the fort. Yeah, they're not at a Hurricane O'Reilly. They're at a Sully's.
Like, right? Oh, ride the swan boats at the Commons.
Yeah.
That'd be romantic.
Yeah.
I tell you, I'm learning French and I really can't say anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm just shy about it. On what's it called? Duolingo. To do it. It's good. I mean, I'm on my day 57 in a row.
Wait, what are you calling it?
Duolingo. It's you learn French. It's an app.
Oh.
You can learn whatever language you want. I just picked French. In case all hell breaks loose with, if we go underwater, I'm moving to Quebec.
I'm gonna try to learn Annette, I think. This one.
Learn my language?
The language
Oh,
you
I
speak.
can teach you that. That's easy. You have tarot cards now.
This is true.
I actually feel like they're on board with what are we gonna do once Putin has run out of stuff. I said a while back that I don't think Russia could afford this war on Ukraine. That was months ago. I was like, they're not going to be able to keep up with the funding that they need to fund this war. And now we're moving into the winter. And I really feel like a main topic of conversation between Biden and Macron is, okay, once Ukraine is all set in terms of like, they're not being attacked anymore, how are we going to help rebuild? And help, NATO and Europe and everything. So anyway, the cards that I have are the Chariot, which is indicative of that they are coming together for a specific reason. They're meeting for a specific reason. And it feels like it was decided, I don't know how long ago it was planned, but it feels like it was kind of put together kind of quickly. And the Six of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, they're seeing if they can come to some kind of an agreement with some, like Biden has his ideas and Macron has his ideas, and if they can come to some kind of agreement as to like how they can move forward on message, on point, speaking, going in the same direction. Does that make sense?
Does make sense.
It's about how much more money will it cost, and how do we make this work for Ukraine and for NATO? And honestly, the Russian people are suffering. We don't really talk about them much because Putin's such a heinous, horrible. I tune into his energy, and I mentioned this on Monday on my video. I tuned into his energy, and I was like, what's in there is not human.
It's hanging in there, though, right? Is his health still declining?
Oh yeah, definitely. I just feel like what's directing him is, I can't even talk about it.
The dark arts.
2 fruit flies.
Just like that? 1, 2,
I
and
think
2?
they multiply. Don't
They must love the show.
Aren't they asexual and they don't have to I think that's true.
Folks, can you find out for us? Because someone
It's
find out if
easy
fruit
for a
flies are asexual.
I think they just think themselves into, carbon copy of themselves. They just go, I want a mini me, another me.
All right. Our next question comes from.
Yeah, you're going to make me attract more by thinking about it. By visualizing more, there's going to be more coming. It's on my teacup.
That can't be a fruit fly.
Unbelievable.
And then our next question comes from Kelly Paul, who asks, who will relieve Kevin McCarthy of the House Speaker job?
Will relieve him of it.
Hmm.
So that's assuming that he's not going to get it, which I agree. He's not going to be the speaker.
Yep.
What a spineless jellyfish. Unbelievable. What's the question? Who's going to be there
Who
instead?
will relieve McCarthy of the House Speaker job?
What do they mean relieve him? He doesn't
I
have
don't know
it
if this is pull the plug on it now, or once he's in there, pull the plug on once he's in there.
Well, let's ask a better question. Is he going to get in there?
There we go. Yeah, that's one thing in that too. Some of these questions, I mean, it may be rhetorical. You know, like it's
Right,
just you might just be taking a shot.
Right. Yeah. No, he's not going to. He will not be Speaker of the House.
Whoa.
And the guides just said Nancy Pelosi's angels that are around her are making sure of it. I think Nancy Pelosi has, wow, that's interesting, some loved ones on the other side that are influencing, not just that, but I feel like Nancy Pelosi has the spirit of John Lewis around her, and, you know, people that she knew that loved this country and loved our democracy. I feel other forces making sure. It's kind of funny. I mean, just seeing it from a psychic perspective, it's kind of funny seeing how they just start intervening and going, Kevin McCarthy has no character, no morals, no scruples, nothing. I'm going to pull 3 cards on Kevin McCarthy.
Here we go. Drum roll, please, folks.
Let's see.
In the meantime, Annette, I asked a poll. Do you know how much Annette and I love you all?
You did?
Yeah.
They
Yes.
should be complaining about the poll.
What do you think the percentages are? Do you know how much Annette and I love you all?
It better be 100% yes.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
They don't know. What do we need to do?
It's only 89% yes. Can you believe that?
Did you mention that we do this for free?
No, I don't. But you should ring the bell because Rhonda Rue just tipped us. Thank you, Rhonda.
Oh, well, see?
Now it's down to 87%. We're sinking like stones.
That's got to be people.
Get in the holiday spirit, folks.
No, that's good, right? It's not bad.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. 9 out of 10's all right.
How does the poll work? So 10% said, or 10 or 11% said
No,
no.
they don't know how much we love them.
Well, let's ask, what do we need to do?
Oh, Jesus. But I got to put in a bunch of multiple choice. We'd have to ask that in the live chat.
Do we
Folks,
have
what
to
do we need to do to prove this to you?
Do we have to sing a love song together?
We can do yeah, I'll be Peebo Bryson and you'll be.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a song.
All right, we're doing 3 cards on McCarthy.
That alarm is still beeping. All right. There's somebody else. The Hermit. I haven't really seen these cards. These are kind of cool. This is a Hermit card. This would be like Kevin McCarthy's going to feel like he's all by himself and nobody loves him. Poor Kevin. Poor Kevin. I just feel like patting him on the head.
I wonder if Kevin took the poll tonight.
He has no character. He's got nothing. 6 of Pentacles. I've always said that I see that somebody has video footage, surveillance camera footage of Kevin McCarthy prior to January 6th giving a tour to the insurrectionists, the soon-to-be insurrectionists. Like, it looked like him in my mind's eye. And I wonder, just because I'm on the topic, I wonder if the January 6th committee has that surveillance video of Kevin McCarthy giving the insurrectionists a tour. It looks like they do.
Wow.
Oh, he knew. Oh, he knew. And I don't know if you have any questions about Mike Pence tonight, but he definitely knew. That man. I mean, these people, it's just like, you know that term stand-up guy? They're the opposite. They're the polar opposite of a stand-up guy. Total opposite. There will be somebody else. Now, I don't know the Republicans well enough to be able to tell you who it is. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say by name. I can say by energy, because there's a King of Wands here, but it's not Kevin McCarthy. And the Six of Pentacles is they're going to start squabbling about things that Kevin McCarthy, amongst themselves, about things that Kevin McCarthy has done, which make him not qualified. This is in the Republican Party. They're going to be telling, oh, he did this, so he can't be speaker. Oh, he did that. He can't be like that. So yeah, the Hermit, he's on his own. I actually am getting a sense that he's going to be forced out of politics.
Really?
Wow, that's pretty loaded. There's a lot going on there.
You're downloading a lot tonight.
He's not sleeping. He's not sleeping. Yeah, the guides have been very generous.
Annette, you need to start ringing the bell like crazy.
Again?
Yeah, we have a lot going on here.
No, I'm wearing the bell out. The bell's supposed to be for
first of
very,
all,
very special things.
Michelle Shelton has tipped us a second time tonight.
Okay, definitely. That warrants a bell.
How sweet is that? Then one of my favorite names in our live chat, Tweet Scotchy, tipped us tonight. These are all very generous tips.
I've seen that name.
Tweet Scotchy, she's been with us for ages. And then Joanne D just gave a big tip and said, I love my Wednesday nights with you guys.
Nice. And they,
Isn't that beautiful?
wait, they must know how much we love them.
They do.
11%.
Yeah,
It
was up to 14 when I closed the poll. But that's,
Oh my gosh.
well, that's just, maybe we have some new people in tonight. They just don't get it yet, but that's all right.
They don't know.
No, they're getting there. But anyway,
Of course
thank you
we
so
like
much,
that.
everyone. We appreciate it.
We wouldn't do this if we didn't have them. I mean, if we didn't love them.
We do. How much do you love this, Annette, doing this?
I love doing readings. I love you, Corey. I
Oh,
love
I love you too.
community.
You mean that?
Aw.
It's been an interesting year, right? We've come a long way from either sitting in the kitchen or going down to Gambati's.
I know. And you know, someday we'll have to go to that new restaurant that they have.
Yeah, I went a couple weeks ago, going back on Monday for a video.
I gotta go check it out.
Yeah, that's nice. It's more of like set up for like takeout. I mean, there's a few tables
that's
in
perfect.
there, but
That's perfect.
cool. All right, you ready for something else here?
Well, a couple of things. I have to shut that stupid alarm because it's still ringing and it's been
I
out.
heard it then, yeah.
You can hear it now?
I heard that last set of beeps, yeah. Because you know how like sometimes you can hear the bell, sometimes you can't.
Yeah, could you hear the bell?
I could, off and on.
All right.
All right, you do that. Let me set the table here, folks. All right, we are coming up upon 7:30 here Eastern Standard Time. We are Annette, Dion right there. She is our resident psychic. And I am the sidekick, Corey here at Bridge Cape Inn. We're both coming here from Gloucester, Massachusetts. We do this every Wednesday evening for you, more or less, though we plan on being here every Wednesday through December. Of course, it's an important month for us, and we'll help guide you all through the holidays and hang out with each other. It's if you notice on the live chat, we have an awesome community of folks who have been with us for a long time. So feel free to jump in, get comfortable, make nice with everybody, make some new friends. And this is how we roll all the time. So what usually happens is I go on, if I know I'm going to be on with Annette on a Wednesday, I'll go on live Tuesday or Monday night and gather questions from folks just to reconnect and hang out. And then I pull them here, but I also will take questions from the live chat too. But we do banter a lot. We should get that out of the way. We do engage with people in the live chat a lot too. So it's not like, we're not just bringing all the hits here. It's not just one hit after the other. We like to breathe a little bit.
Yeah, for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah. We put in some marathon effort.
What's our record? We can't do 3.5 hours.
I think the 3.5 was just a shade over 3.5, and that was.
Did we really?
We were actually cramping up that night. Yeah, we did a big one night.
I like to watch them to see what I said, but I can't get through them.
That's the one thing. So I usually don't rewatch them, and it's too bad because I miss them.
Well, you don't need to hear what I said because you remember probably.
Well, but it's more to see what the live chat play out. It's to see what everyone else is saying. I like that. There's awesome conversation there. There's good facts. You learn a lot. You see where everybody, where your reach is around the world, and you see
Yeah.
how those friendships have grown amongst people in our community, in the following, in the chat. It's all awesome stuff. So fascinating.
I think
Annette, the wind died down here. It's still raining pretty good though. All right, Annette. The next question comes from longtime viewer Barbara Bucher, who asks, I hope Annette can give some news about the killings in Moscow, Idaho. Did you see that? The 4 people that were killed?
I knew somebody was going to ask that, and I was actually deciding ahead of time whether to read on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the fence a little bit. What's the actual question? Because it's just so heinous. It's just so
it was more for your comment. It's your thought. I hope Annette can give some news about the killings in Moscow, Idaho.
It's almost like the entity that did those heinous murders is an entity. Like somebody who's possessed with a demon. And it's whenever I have thought about it, and I don't think about it too much, but pops in now and again. I see somebody hiding in the woods. I feel the person, and it's a demonic. It's somebody who's possessed by a demon. And hiding in the woods. And it's Idaho, right?
Yes.
Have you been to Idaho, or I just see lots and lots of woods?
I've been through Southeast Idaho before, yeah.
So I'll just ask, what those families are going through. It's just like, geez. I'll ask, I'll ask the pendulum. I do get that they're gonna find the demon. Well, are they gonna? Yeah, I get that they're getting a lot of tips, is what I'm getting. So I haven't followed the story at all. I haven't read an article about it. I just go in passing. I heard about it passing in the news, and I didn't wait to hear the story. But I feel like there are a lot of people who are contributing that they saw something. And I'm picking up too that there were some cameras. What are you pointing at?
Wrenches. Where are my wrenches?
Oh, the porn's coming up.
Yeah. Anna Lee. Atta girl, Anna Lee.
Good job. She gets a little bell.
You want that handle in it that just got zapped?
Have you ever clicked on it? Jeez. I do feel like that there are people have cameras outside their homes and stuff, and I feel like that there'll be enough to piece together to have leads on finding this demonic being. I'm calling it that because it's a person who's possessed by a demon. And I think I'm getting to, I feel like within, 2 months or 2 weeks, let's see. I'm not sure they'll find the murderer alive. Within 2 months, within 2 weeks. It feels like within 2 weeks. Okay. Okay, let's see. Give me, okay. Dead. I feel like the person will be dead. Let me see. Is it a self-inflicted, like a gunshot wound or something like that? Yeah, it feels like a self-inflicted gunshot wound. I feel like the murderer is gonna kill themselves. And I also pick up that it's a college age person. College age. Yeah, it feels like a college age. Male. It's always a man. Our society, our country really has to come to terms with men between the ages of 18 and 22. What's up? What's going on there?
Not an easy time. The kicking and screaming years.
It's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
The mass murderers, the shooters, between 18 and 22. What's going on in those 4 years that things aren't being addressed because it manifests at that age.
Mm.
So it's something that, it's not like not everyone, but people are like, it's a mental health problem like the Republicans. It's not a gun problem. It's absolutely a gun problem in the sense that those men in that age group that have committed these heinous atrocities are, there's something going on with them. And if they didn't have guns, we'd have less massacres. But there's a really unsettledness for somebody to go that far off the deep end that's in that age range. We don't initiate boys into men in our society. It's not healthy at all. And these are people that have never experienced love in their lives for whatever reason. Anyway, such a dark thing. But I do feel like that they'll find the murderer. I don't think they'll find the murderer alive. I don't know if one is better than the other. You know what I mean? It's like,
right. Yeah, it's sad all around.
It's unthinkable, absolutely unthinkable.
Annette, do you have any conditions left?
Like, I almost said, "What's a kanish?"
I like to shift gears on you.
That's how long
I like
it's
going
been.
from murder to dessert.
Yeah, we have to. I have almond butter filled pretzels.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Really good.
Oh, throw some of those in my mailbox on your way to work tomorrow. On your way home tonight.
I just ordered more. I have a gift for you from Warren.
Oh, Annette, right. And by the way, I forgot. I have a nice letter for you and fan art for you.
We'll have to get together and have coffee and talk.
Yeah.
We can have tea.
In a really confined space with no air circulation. Okay.
Breathing all over each other.
Yeah.
They've been talking
good.
about that what was it, what's the new virus that everyone's all freaked out about?
Oh yeah, that multiple letter. What, the one that the kids are all getting screwed up on now?
I don't think I really answered the shingles question, did I?
You brushed by it, kind of.
I got all smart ass about it.
No,
Sorry.
you?
Sorry. I think I said no.
You said no.
I said no. Okay.
Did you want to expand on that or no?
No, I'm good. I feel like people get all hyped out about things they don't need to be worrying about.
No. I will say someone brought up Peeps in the chat. Christian did show off gingerbread Peeps are out already, if you're into that.
Where'd you get this information?
Last night, Christian sent me pictures of gingerbread Peeps the other day, and then we brought it up last night. during the live.
You know what? They're not Peeps anymore because Peeps were like, because they were little chickies. They went peep
The
peep.
gingerbread ones are pretty good though.
Gingerbread boys don't go peep peep. I don't think.
Well, yeah, but you saw all the Halloween.
Or snowmen don't go peep peep. They ruined it.
Annette,
I bet you. I have a psychic impression. Someone's gonna send you some snowman peeps
yes.
or Santa peeps.
Yeah, we're due. We're due.
But if they're gingerbread man peeps, they don't taste like gingerbread.
Right. I did have
They don't
gingerbread
flavor.
over Thanksgiving holiday. It was
I
awesome.
don't flavor them.
I love gingerbread.
You know what I saw? I didn't watch the whole thing again, but have you ever seen Christmas with the Cranks?
Yeah, it's been a long time. I remember that.
It's a funny one.
And it is absolutely pouring out right now.
I know. I just opened the window a little because it was stuffy in here, and it is. Oh my gosh, it's getting wet. The rain's coming in. Hang on.
Like we're gonna lose power. I did get a national grid warning a little while ago.
I did
Folks, if
get
we
a
lose power, I'll try to come back on as soon as possible.
I did get a national grid. I hope it doesn't. I hope the lights don't go out. I'll be spooked.
Annette, Paula Snell is asking, what do you see about Trump's dinner with Ye and Flores?
That he thought the Trump was kind of going like this.
Oh,
I went on a rant about it on my Monday video on my channel. Annette Dion, go to my channel, subscribe, watch my videos. There's a lot of information. Well, Trump is a white supremacist. And so when Trump said, this guy, I don't know, he said something to the effect of, this guy, he really gets me. It's because he's a white supremacist. He's a racist. I don't know if many people know this, but a lot of people have probably heard this. Back in, I think it was the 90s, these 4 African-American boys were arrested for allegedly raping a woman in Central Park, and they didn't do it. It wasn't them.
oh, way back in the day?
Yeah, during
Yeah,
that
the group
time,
was, they were wilding. Remember that was the term? They were wilding, young black guys.
I don't remember that term.
So
I
that
don't
was
know.
the term they were saying, like young gangs were going around wilding. So they were just creating havoc, or they were like surrounding women and harassing them verbally
I never
and
heard that.
sexually.
Never heard that
Wilding.
term.
I remember that. That's
Anyway, they didn't do it. But Trump took out an ad, a full page ad in a big publication, like, don't quote me on it, the New York Times or some big newspaper. Your fans will know.
used to have a big
Just saying they need to, go to jail for, I don't know exactly what it said, but it was horrible. As if they were guilty, and they hadn't been found to be guilty, and they weren't guilty. And then he never apologized. And he ran on racism. So what was going on there was Trump was kind of going, ooh, I have somebody who's in an interested party here. Nick Fuentes, when I tune into his energy, he should be locked up. And I hope he does get locked up, because what I pick up from him, total sociopath, really highly misogynistic. And what I get from Nick Fuentes when I tune into his energy is disgusting. I can't even talk about it. It would just gross you out so bad. And I've said too much already, so I'll not say too much more about him. Trump actually had it in the back of his mind, maybe in the front of his mind, that he thought maybe he could grift off the factions of white supremacists in this country, because he's desperate for money. And so everything that Trump looks at, it's weird. It's like he looks through like a filter of, how can I make money off of this? He's always searching for money, and now he's desperate for money. I think he's dirt poor. I'm pulling 3 cards.
All right.
It's remarkable how he's really scammed so much of this country. This is going to be very bad for Trump. It's going to make it worse for him. The judgment is coming because of all the evidence against Trump. And what's fascinating is over the past 24 hours, I started to understand why Merrick Garland has taken so long. And part of it is this. Well, there are several reasons, and they all make complete and total sense. I really got today when I was walking. That's when I tune into things a lot when I'm walking. I tuned into Merrick Garland and I went, aha, I get it now. He is well studied in the psychology of, say, a psychopath, a malignant narcissist, a sociopath. He's well versed in the psychology of these, white supremacists. And he understands that Merrick Garland understands that Trump is such an extreme malignant narcissist that he would incriminate. The longer they wait, the more definitive the case against him will be, with all the evidence that's stacked up. And Trump just I think Merrick Garland knew this because of the nature of how Donald Trump's mind works. I think he knew that the longer they waited, the more he would say self-incriminating things. And I mean, it's been by the hundreds. How many times he just incriminated himself, like just his Truth Social. I wish he didn't call it that. He said something about, oh, other presidents took documents too, but I was really transparent about it when I took them. I don't know if he's just being a crazy idiot. I can look at it that doesn't realize how incriminating that is. Plus to threaten Jack Smith's wife and family and to make fun of his deceased mother-in-law. I mean, it's just like, oh my goodness, it's total insanity. And now I totally forgot the question. I think I already answered it.
Well, yeah, that was about Trump and Ye and Nick
Yeah,
Fuentes.
I feel like that he thought maybe he could grift off the white supremacists. And actually, I picked up that he's trying to figure it out right now. He is.
Well,
let me check the pendulum.
Okay.
Is he trying right now to figure out how to grift off the white supremacists? Oh yeah, and you know what? This Oath Keeper's trial. This Oath Keeper's trial is that he's going to try to grift off of that. See, what's happening is these dark forces in this country are believing that they can generate enough hatred. They're banking on, literally banking on there's enough hatred in this country that we can grift off of and take power. That's how they're thinking. So everybody stop being hateful. It's just feeding into it. Not that anybody here is hateful. I'm just saying. Well, we're tempted to be hateful.
Well, piggybacking on that subject, Warren Green had asked, can you read on who Nick Fuentes may have been in a past life?
Oh, and he gave you some people to select from, right? On Monday, I was looking at it and I asked if he was a Nazi and I got yes. I asked if he was a higher up. And I got that he knew Hitler in his past life. But I couldn't figure out, he seemed like he was higher up than a soldier, like higher in the ranking of being a Nazi soldier, like a general, and that he knew Hitler. But he gave you some names to ask about, right?
Yeah, you want me to recite the names?
Yeah, did he say, are they were they Nazi generals or?
Yeah, Goering,
they're all Nazi generals?
Himmler, Eichmann, yeah.
I already looked, he wasn't Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
He was friends with Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't recognize the names, but say them.
Himmler.
Can you spell it?
Yeah, Himmler.
I'm glad I don't know who these people were. It was not him.
Yeah, he has a handful of names here. Like Joseph Goebbels was another. Goebbels.
Spell the last name?
Goebbels.
Was he Goebbels? No. No, he might not have been any of them. Keep going.
Adolf Eichmann. Ooh.
No.
Hermann Goering.
I'm getting a yes on that. So we need to go no further. Can you tell me that name again?
Hermann, Hermann, Goering, Goering.
Goering. Well, I'll have to look him up. Maybe people in the chat can look up that name, because I got a yes that's who he was.
Yeah, folks, can you follow up on? And Warren, I know you know.
Is Warren there? Is Warren
Warren's
here?
in here. Oh, Warren's in here, yeah.
He needs to look it up.
Okay, he'll look that up. All right, are you ready for the next one, Annette?
Certainly. Me and the
Okay.
fruit fly.
Next question comes from Sid Roik. Sid's always with us. Annette, why is Postmaster Louis DeJoy still, Louis, still in office, destroying the post? I mailed a birthday card in August to Virginia, and it has still not been delivered.
I mailed a payment for the Gloucester Daily Times 2-3 weeks ago.
You mailed a payment?
Yeah, I wanted to, re-up my subscription because my credit card expired. They didn't have it set up that it would just roll to the other card, but yeah.
Where'd you have to send it to? Whittemore Street?
No, it was an address out of state, which is ridiculous.
Out of state, really? Yeah, that's
yeah, it was just weird. But it was like 3 weeks ago. I'm still not getting my paper, and I think people have been stealing my paper anyway. So half
there's
of it is
no doubt.
reports, and I don't.
Yeah, my office is right around the corner from you, right at 1623. And I've been in the parking lot across the street or coming out of City Hall, and I see people go and just take the paper out front.
Yeah, they just say, "Oh, paper. I think I'll take it." They don't it doesn't occur to them. It might not be theirs.
Yeah.
Did you see
the people that I see taking it, I don't think are reading it. I'll say that.
Oh, you should just follow them.
I'm going to say that. But...
Totally forgetting what we're asking about.
Oh, DeJoy. What's up with DeJoy?
DeJoy. Okay, because I just needed to rant about DeJoy. So anyway, I also ordered from Vote Forward some letters to send to, might have been Georgia or Pennsylvania, send to get out the vote. And they didn't get to me from New York in the 6 days time that I had allotted to receive them by, because I needed to mail them out once I received them. They didn't come till 2.5 weeks later from New York. Then my P.O. box went up again after 6 months. It goes up $20 every time. So you know what I did? I shut it down, and I'm going to Magnolia. I have a P.O. box in Magnolia now, which is where you run around, right?
What's your number, Annette?
I think it's 52. No, wait. I don't know. I forgot.
Oh, mine's 5432.
Might be. I have to look. I'm in my psychic brain. Anyway, and then I went, and then so I had paid. They made me pay a late fee, and my regular fee, which was already $20 more. This is what DeJoy is doing. And I was so mad. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. So even after I paid it, I went and opened up a new P.O. box, which was half the price in Magnolia, in the smaller post office, half the price, at least more than half. And then I went back, and it was not even 24 hours had elapsed. And I said, I just got another P.O. box. I want a refund. They wouldn't give it to me. They want to give me half.
Don't shuffle angry. Don't shuffle angry.
Oh, well, you'll have to come back and talk to who's the head guy at the post office.
Here, locally?
Yeah, the postmaster.
Yeah, I don't know who it is now.
Yeah, but what do you call it? What's the title of the hire of the supervisor?
Postmaster General?
I have to go and talk to the supervisor to see if I can get my full refund. Anyway, I'm sorry for the rant, but I've had it with DeJoy because he's making money off the post office, and it's not enough for him. And he's planning to cut all these jobs and everything. I think he's going in the spring.
All right, I know what our next poll question is going to be. Can Annette ever have an easy day?
I have easy days, but when I get mad, we're all mad that DeJoy is just still there. He messed with he tried to mess with it. I mean, when he was ever dismantling sorting machines, taking mailboxes away from the corner, that was bad. Anyway, let me pull 3 cards about our buddy Louis DeJoy.
All right.
When I think about him, I feel like weight bearing down on him. The corruption is being revealed. And that Sheldon Whitehouse senator from Rhode Island, he's done amazing work uncovering the corruption. Yeah, this is DeJoy. DeJoy is in trouble. DeJoy is not going to be having too much joy. The hangman is he's going to have to give up the goods because the sun is going to illuminate all his criminality. It's very, very, very corrupt.
I like these cards. These are sharp cards.
I know, I love him. So now I feel better. He's going to be sorry that he was so corrupt. I get by the spring. I'm getting the month of April.
We're getting all kinds of comments in here, Annette, that people having the similar issues with the postal service.
See, so I'm not the only one who's ranting. You tell them to rant away.
But the poll says 58% so far says that you can have an easy day.
Oh, my days are. I can't even tell you how easy I have it. I'm just making it easier all the time.
See, so there you go.
Getting better all the time.
Yeah.
That's because I rant when I need to rant.
That's what we're here for, right?
So we know holding it in.
Ready for another one?
Yes.
Let's see. How about this one from Joanne D. Hi, Corey. Will Justice Alito be replaced with the new information about leaks?
Will he be replaced with the new information about? You mean? Will that be grounds for him?
Is Alito linked to leaks?
Yes. Oh, yes, he's linked to leaks. So absolutely. I don't even have to check the pendulum on that. Yeah, they're completely corrupt.
Does it lead to his downfall?
I don't know how the Supreme Court falls down. They've made themselves like impenetrable. The word shame is coming. I feel like he will be shamed into stepping down. And I feel that way about Clarence Thomas too, although Clarence Thomas thinks he's the king. And it will be easier to shame Alito into stepping down than it would Clarence Thomas. But we're talking about Alito. Is Alito going to be shamed into stepping down? Yes, I get yes on that. I also, about a year ago, I saw Joe Biden appointing, 4 more justices.
Wow.
Down 3 to go. The Democrats are going to start showing their hand, believe me. The January 6th, all that information, all the corruption, all the criminality, it's just going to be like, it's going to be too much to deny anymore. The number one word that's been looked up this year?
What is it?
I guess it's in the dictionary, gaslighting.
Oh, yeah, that's the word of the year.
The most looked up, which I was kind of surprised that people didn't just know what it meant. I guess I didn't watch the movie.
Annette, several people have, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, what's good about that is if people are aware that that's something that awful people do to others, then, just like narcissism, it's good to be aware of what the signs are and how damaging it is. So you don't fall into like the narcissist gaslighter's trap. You're just like, oh, I know what that is, and run. Or you me?
A couple of people have just noticed that your hair grows really fast.
I noticed that the other day.
Okay, wow, and that's hair grows really fast.
I know. You just
I noticed that too. Look back on videos from the summer.
It does grow fast. It's my healthy diet.
Folks, if you want to gift Annette a cut and blow dry from a local salon, just
no, I was growing it out actually. It did grow fast.
Are you going to Crystal Gale it down your ass?
No. This might be that might be it.
You ever done anything really crazy with your hair?
Coloring or back when people were dyeing the hair.
What?
And I worked for a music magazine, so I had my hair short and I had a blue streak that just my hair wouldn't really take the color, so it just never really came out right. What do you have, a dog or something?
It's Bubba's head's right here. That's a SNACK.
And it doesn't take a psychic.
All right, buddy. One
Is
second.
he all right? What's he looking for?
He's hungry. He wants to eat something.
And
So,
you think
let me throw
you
a qu-
think you think he
Huh?
can't spell? You think he can't spell?
It doesn't matter because his head's in my gut and he's applying pressure.
Do you have
That's how he
to
talks.
do you have to say WALK when it's
That's how he communicates. So can I give you a question and then I'll be right back. I'll let you run with this for a bit.
yeah, but first you can put a poll up there that people don't like.
Well, wait, I have a poll up there now. What is it?
Can
Can you ever have an easy day? 63% says yes, Annette can have an easy day.
you make me feel like I really come off like I have bad days. I really don't.
No, I don't mean bad. It's just like, it's kind of always something weird is going on.
I'm always good. The poll is like, can Bubba spell?
I might do that. Bubba might be peeing on the couch right now. So
Oh, Ron, you didn't ask me a question
wait for me.
before you pee on the couch.
Hold on. Jesus. All right, hey, how about this one? All right, here's one from Giselle. Annette, Ivanka and Jared are over in Egypt for the world. They're really in Qatar for the World Cup recently. Were they up to no good while over there
Yes.
in Qatar? Or Qatar?
Yes,
All right,
Harry,
be right
because
back.
that was a quick answer. The answer is yes.
What a quick
I'll
answer.
pull-
No, run with it.
I'll pull cards about it. Yeah, I feel like Jared and Ivanka they're hoping for a rescue. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, I kind of feel Jared and Ivanka with some urgency. There's something feels urgent. Like there's a sense of Ivanka. I feel like Ivanka is going, oh, let's try this, or okay, maybe if we do this, and it's stressful, which leads me to think, from this impression that I'm getting, it leads me to think that the investigators are onto them. This Jack Smith is like a superhero energy guy. Like this Jack Smith has been in the know for a long time. So the question about Jared and Ivanka and what they're up to, yeah, they're looking for an escape route. That's what I get. I get they're looking for an escape route. And the 6 and the 9 of wands, no, the 6 of swords and the 9 of wands. Okay, so this is the trouble that they're in. Jared and Ivanka have been cohorts in committing international crimes, and Jack Smith is onto them. So they're looking to see if they can capitalize on something during this trip. I really get that the energy is of them seeing if they can get this from this one, or maybe we can try this person, or maybe we can try that person. And the King of Wands is the cat's out of the bag. It's a stressful trip. I didn't know they were over there. What would you say? They were in Egypt?
I think Giselle meant Qatar because it's for the World Cup, and that's where the World Cup is.
They're at the World Cup?
Yeah.
Where exactly is Qatar?
It's like middle, like Bahrain is just like northwest of it.
Do you think if I got my globe out, I could find it?
Yeah. Bob,
Hang on,
you're
you
so-
left, so now I'm gonna leave.
What? Hold on. All right. We're just after 8 o'clock. All right, I'll have everyone take a look at Bubba here because he's bugging me like crazy tonight. We'll get rid of this background for you. There. So this is my makeshift office. The house will be getting torn up soon. And here's Bub's. Let's Bub come back here.
Remember my globe?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to the lovely scene?
I thought you were going to go away for a bit, so I put Bub on camera for a little.
I know, I wasn't gonna like go around the globe. I was just going to get the globe. Look, I have a little dove. My little peace dove is on the globe
Oh yeah.
and it's stuck. All right, where am I looking?
You're in the
Bahrain?
Middle East.
Is Qatar even on here? This is old.
Yeah, Qatar's there.
I don't see it. Is it by Pakistan?
It's no.
Do your viewers know where it
Driving me
is?
nuts tonight. Go to like
I see Israel.
well, you want to be like it's in the Persian Gulf, right? So just go to Saudi Arabia is big, right? It's in that area.
It's in Saudi
Between
Arabia.
Iran and Saudi Arabia, you have the Persian Gulf, so it's like in that mix.
By Yemen.
Yeah, it's northeast of Yemen, in the water. You see, north of Yemen is Saudi Arabia, and then you go
By
just
Kuwait. Is it by Kuwait?
basically.
Qatar.
Yeah.
I found it.
Hey, good. What do
All
you
right.
want? What do you
Where's
want?
my
Carrot?
pointer? I need a pointer.
Right. All right. I got to get him a big snack, or he's not going to leave me alone.
All
So I'll
right,
be like,
everybody.
yeah.
Qatar is here. All right, here's Saudi Arabia. This is your geography lesson. And here's Qatar. It's right there. This Saudi Arabia is here, the maroon, and Qatar is right here, pointing right at it. And now you will pass your geography test. You missed it.
All right, Qatar, our geography, and now potato talks. This is what Bubba will be snacking on tonight as a potato.
This is why our show is so long.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, they're up to no good. Well, what Jared and Ivanka are doing is damage control to the best of their ability. You have a tree?
I just gave him a potato.
No, you have a Christmas tree.
Yeah, I do have a little. Yeah, a
that a real
holiday
tree?
tree.
Is it fake?
Yeah, that's fake.
Nice. Does it have a Santa hat on the top?
It does.
Cute. Is that Bubba's tree?
Bubba, so it's weird. I was showing people last night. There's these little wine cork buoys that I use like as garland.
Aw, did you make those? Those are so cute.
No, well, I got them at like one of the winter markets around here years ago.
Nice. I like
And
it.
for some reason, Bubba eats them.
They look like candy.
Right, it's weird, but they're not, they're arts and crafts. It's not like it's from a Christmas. They're not like from wine bottles. So
He's like a baby, it's colorful and he thinks you should eat it.
anyway,
Are they lighting the lobster trap tree this weekend?
no, it's the did you get the Bridge Cape Ann newsletter, Annette? It's all in there.
No, I didn't.
You should. You
It
should sign
must
up for the
be-
Bridge newsletter.
Okay,
Email me,
I do-
folks, at hello@bridgecapeann.com, and I'll get you a newsletter 6 a.m. tomorrow. It's this Sunday at dusk. The Santa Parade goes on.
It had to be because it would have been lit if they already done the lighting. It would be lit every
Yeah.
night.
The weather was bad last Sunday, so they pushed it a week.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Bubba's
Oh,
out of the room.
no.
I'll come back to my quiet place here. We figured out where
Is
Qatar
it still
was.
windy where you are? It seems like it died down.
What's that?
It's still windy?
The wind has died down when it's pouring out. But I try to send Bubba outside, but he hates the rain, so
Oh, yeah.
he came in soaked. So, all right, Annette. Our next question comes from Drone. That is DRO_NE. Drone. Annette, what do the next few years hold for astrology, such as mainstream interest and use or application? So you see astrology becoming a bigger thing or more widely accepted thing?
Well, I think with the rise of YouTube, it's been more accessible, so it's been more popular. I don't see like a big everybody's doing astrology kind of thing. I see it. I'm not seeing it like a big boom. You know what I mean? I'm not seeing a big all of a sudden all your friends are into astrology kind of thing. But it'll be robust. It'll be healthy. It'll be a healthy. In other words, it's not going to diminish The interest in astrology will not diminish. So it's going to be, it'll be robust. It's not going to be like gangbusters. It's all relative, right?
Mm.
I don't know if that's an adequate answer, but
Okay.
just like psychics on YouTube, I don't think that's going away. Better not. Excuse me. What's that?
That cough came from the deep.
I know. I had a tickle in my throat. See, this is why I can't get together with you. Because then I'd be like, oh my gosh, I hope Corey didn't have something.
It might just be the fruit fly, Annette.
No, it's just dry in here. Because the heat's on and it's, it's just started to kick on. I need one of Warren Green's atomic balls.
Yeah. So Gloria, Annalie is posting that's the email address. Just email me there and I can add you to the email list. It goes out 6 a.m. Eastern time every Thursday morning. So are you ready, Annette? Or you need to
I just
picking
need
up cards?
No, I was looking for an atomic cup ball.
What are you drinking tonight?
Waterloo black cherry sparkling water.
What was that awesome stuff remember that cactus juice someone sent us this summer?
Yeah, that was good.
It was so good.
We should
whatever
order
you
some
do,
more of
folks,
that.
don't send it me and Annette more presents. We hate those. And
You're kidding, right?
Oh God, I love it. Oh, I just finished the honey we got from Sharon Bottoms yesterday. Remember we got the honey from Wisconsin?
Oh my God, I would have finished that in a week.
Well, yeah, but I have other honey too, because just from
okay.
Honey is one of the easiest things for me to buy when I'm at a local shop or one of the farmers markets. I'm always gonna walk out of there with honey. Always, yeah. But it was really good.
You know what? I do have some of Warren Green's candy that he sent me.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna go get it.
You have it there in the office?
Yeah, ask me a question. I'm listening.
All right, go ahead. All right. The next question, Annette, comes from Eileen. Eileen's always with us. How you doing, Eileen? And she asks, who does Annette see as the weakest link on the Supreme Court? Who will be the first to leave?
Brett Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh, really? The first to go before Thomas?
Is Warren still here? I have some for you too.
All right.
Brett Kavanaugh. Let's see. I found one.
Oh, there we go.
He
Annette needs her
sent
atomic
a
cup.
huge bag of these. It's
You
gonna
love
take me a year. I know. They're good. Cinnamony. Brett Kavanaugh. And then after that, it's gonna be our lovely Amy. Those two should have never been seated on the Supreme Court. Good Lord. Without. I don't think I need cards for that.
Probably not. That was a quick answer, though. I was surprised.
It's obvious. Isn't it?
I mean, I still can't get over it because I watched Kavanaugh's entire hearing.
I like beer. I've already asked that woman, haven't you ever blacked out?
Can you believe that? How can anyone say no? That's so ridiculous. But I still can't get the word squee out of my head.
What did he say? How could anyone say no about?
No. It's just when he lied and said he's never passed out from drinking. He's fallen asleep after a night of drinking a keg and a half, but he's never passed out. He's never passed out drunk.
When he was being questioned by, I forget who the woman was, but he actually said, well, I blacked out. Haven't you ever blacked out?
Yeah.
What kind of question is that? Yeah. In general, what kind of question is that, right? Yeah. But to be in a Supreme Court, hearing to see how qualified you are, unbelievable.
All right. Next.
But Sheldon Whitehouse has a lot to do with that. With getting Kavanaugh to step down.
All right. So the next question be: should you be eating a hot ball during the reading?
I'll be careful.
But we will ask who likes hot balls.
They're pretty hot. Cinnamon, actual cinnamon, probably not this. This is probably probably not good for me at all. But actual cinnamon is very good for you.
It is. Isn't there that weird cinnamon test that you can kill yourself though?
Well, you don't want to like eat it in like tablespoonfuls.
Right.
Anything will kill you if you eat too much of it. I even read something lately that if you ate too much broccoli, it could kill you.
Really?
Like if you ate 500 pounds of broccoli.
What was that weird story we read in like high school or something about the guy that ate carrots all the time? Then he started to turn orange. It's a real thing that can happen. Who was that?
How long has that story been going around? Somebody just said that.
Hot balls are like atomic fireballs.
Oh, they don't know what they are?
Atomic fireballs, folks. Those are hot balls.
And Warren likes to send us all this retro candy.
Yeah.
Like antique candy.
Actually, I don't like the hot, I'm not big on them.
That's why I keep them all.
Yeah, I like the sour stuff and you like the hot stuff.
I have the sour stuff too.
All right.
Wait, this show is moving real slow.
Do you think so? It's already 8:15. We've answered a bunch of questions. We got 450 people in here tonight.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're staying with it.
We're
Thank
having
you
fun.
for staying with us.
Yeah, thanks everybody. It's awesome. We're loving it. All right, next question, Annette, comes from Jenna. You know Jenna Nolan. She's always with us. Hi, Corey. Medium question. Does Ken Starr regret how he treated Clinton?
I thought you said medium question. I'm like, they're both still alive. Wait, aren't they?
Ken Starr is dead now, isn't he?
I know Clinton's alive,
Jesus,
but
I should have made that the poll. I think, is Ken Starr dead?
I think he did die.
Didn't he just die?
I think he just died. Kind of recently.
Yeah, he died September 13th.
So the question is he what?
Does Ken Starr regret how he treated Clinton?
I think Ken Starr regrets how he behaved in the impeachment trials. Not just those. Trump's impeachment. Yeah, because I mean, honestly, if it makes anybody feel better, when we go to heaven, hopefully a long time from now, we really learn that the most important thing that matters is how kind we were and how loving we were to one another. And so I feel like when we cross over, we regret anything less than that. So I get, yes, that when you cross over, you become a spirit, and it's like I was saying, you don't really have emotions per se, but I think you have a sense I could have done that better. So I would say yes. And when you go to the other side and you recognize I could have done better, I believe that you're given an opportunity to help from the other side for things to be better. And I do sense that that's happening in our country, is people that have crossed over. The good people are helping us with our democracy, and the people that weren't so good, like who died that was part of the Bush administration? I'm trying to think of who it was. Anyway, I was thinking about somebody who I think that was in office during George W.'s time. I can't remember who it is right now, but I felt like when he crossed over, he regretted how much damage he had caused.
Jeez, you know what just hit me? Jessica Frank just brought this up in the live chat. Remember, a few months ago, we were talking about Ken Starr. Remember, I couldn't get him out of my head for some reason, and I kept I found a picture of him and had him behind me with a big mustache, and everyone's like, "No, that's Ken. That's it. That's it." That must have been just before he died.
Yeah, right.
Forgot about
you're
that.
very psychic, Corey. It's rubbing off on you.
It was on the brain, though. Why would that guy be on the brain?
Well, it's like the day before the Queen died, I showed up for a show in all royal purple. We were all connected.
Yeah.
I was just obsessed with purple. I needed to wear purple, and then she died the next day.
That's right.
We all do this. We're all connected. So yeah, that it does happen that when people cross over, they want to help, and it's in a way it's not a punishment, but it's like they want to do better. So sometimes they work vicariously through the people that are on the planet, and they help us. They help to make it better. It's a way of making amends. Then they get to pass and go through the pearly gates or something like that. Whatever you think happens over there.
Good.
The veils are very thin in December, so we're coming up to a time that's similar to Halloween, where right around around the solstice, the veils are very thin. Lots of angel energy and lots of like nature spirit energy. That's why I want people to come to my winter solstice event, December 17th.
We just went through thin veils through Halloween as well.
I just said that. It's the other time in the year that the veils are very thin.
Is there a time when they're thick?
Well, no, it's just the other time of the year that the veils are thin is Christmas time, which isn't what people commonly talk about, but I've noticed it. And so many years ago, I noticed that. I was like, I feel like the angels are like right there. And I feel like it's because people are focused on angels and have angel statues and the nativity scenes, and like people are focused on that. And winter solstice is a very magical time too. That's why I want people to come to my winter solstice event, December 17th, because we're going to capture the magic. We don't have that in our society anymore. This is why people get depressed, because they think magic is something that's just superfluous and, oh, it's silly and it's for kids. No, it isn't. When we lost the mysticism and the magic of life, when we got all like rational, and then throughout human civilization, people got depressed. We have to capture the magic. So sign up and let's do some magic.
Tammy, your mom recently passed. We're sorry, hon.
Sorry about that. That's very hard.
C. Douglas is saying, Corey, I'm feeling like you are in pain, back pain. I'm not in back pain, but I am sitting, and I have Bubba all over me now.
I
usually stand for
Bubba.
these.
It's Bubba. He keeps
Bubba was drilling a hole right through my stomach about 10 minutes ago.
I didn't feel like you were in pain.
No, I wriggle a lot in the chair because I'm just used to standing up for the show, but I can't stand for.
I don't think your chair is comfortable.
No, it's not.
You're in a non-comfortable chair.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've been camping for 3 months because we keep waiting for the house to get demolished so we can move somewhere else. So a lot of stuff in here is just makeshift.
Wait. You're waiting for the house to be demolished so you can find something else. That sounds pretty strange.
So we're moving half of our stuff over to the other house already, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the good stuff's gone over there. So in the meantime, we're doing like bare bones here because.
Dude, save yourself a chair.
Well, I thought an office chair would be good, but so here's the deal. I put a lot of hours in the office chairs, but I also rock a lot and I lean and I do that. So, I mean, I go through like multiple office chairs a year, good ones. I destroy them. And this one's on the way out.
Goodness.
So anyway, Tammy S has been with us for a long time. So Tammy, we're sorry about your mom. I noticed you haven't been with us for a couple of shows. So super sorry about that.
And on Sunday, if she comes to our live Church of Spirituality, people pray for each other there. So it's just a suggestion. We'll definitely send you prayers from here.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, thinking of you and your family, Tammy, for sure. It's always weird, Annette. Like, it's one of the weird things about, you start to get to know people even virtually or a little bit here.
Yeah.
And when some people are sick, like, we were joking tonight. We know Yoon's on vacation in Vietnam. Like, it's funny that half the live chat knows that. But we know when people are out there hurting, or if people are quiet for a while, then you hope something's okay. Or if you and I go MIA for a little bit, it's a weird thing. So it's nice that everybody keeps tabs on each other.
And if you're going like this, they're like worried about your back. They're going to send you a chair for Christmas.
Yeah. Warren's asking if I want knishes or donuts. So he's asked in the chat, and he just emailed me. So
Oh,
you got to
those
go with Kanishas. We don't
gotta
have
go
great
to
delis.
Knish.
Those things are effing awesome.
If there was a Knish store here, which I don't know where there would be,
I would love for there to be some sort of deli or Jewish bakery around here.
the
Oh,
blueberry and cherry Knishes. My mouth is watering.
I had a cherry. I couldn't believe it was fantastic. So, okay. Speaking of food, Annette, Joanne Signs, a longtime follower, asked, my Annette mentioned the rise of food prices. Do you see food prices continuing to escalate? We know there's still issues with supply chain. Obviously, the war in Ukraine. Ukraine, we said, is one of the top providers in the world of grain and wheat. That's why their flag is blue and yellow, right? Blue for the sky and yellow for the fields. That's what we learned from Svetlana.
Well, that part of the world is considered the breadbasket of the world.
Yeah, you
I
mentioned
learned that in elementary school. Didn't you?
No, I don't remember that. To me, it was always like the breadbasket of America. That's you when you hear the term breadbasket, but I hadn't heard that.
Ukraine is a breadbasket of the world.
It's great.
Yeah. Is this an inflation question?
No. Just the rise. Do you want to just comment on the rise of where you're going to expect food to rise more or become more scarce? We talk about water supply. Why not food supply?
Let's be logical.
Okay.
Let's be absolutely logical. We were talking about Neil Young earlier, and I was saying that in that interview with Howard Stern, when Howard Stern was, how interviews do, he was trying to get him to talk about Trump and trying to get him to talk about this and that. And Neil just went, none of that matters. None of that matters. None of that matters. What matters is global climate change. Right? We really have to look at this from the perspective that we're in a position that we all have to stop and demand that things get fixed. The way that farming happens now is eroding all the topsoil. There are many, many, many reasons why topsoil is getting eroded. We have to help Sadhguru's initiative, SaveSoil.org, because the topsoil on the planet is getting eroded. And if we can't grow our food, we will have massive world hunger. Yes, that is called food shortages. So that question is a good question. I'm not knocking the question. I'm saying it's logical. Right? Putin has destroyed Ukraine, killed farmers, killed all the crops, killed everything, and then stopped the exports of grain because he wanted to hurt Ukraine as much as he possibly could. And people in Africa are starving, and people that, relied on that grain. So losing the topsoil, the planet's population just surpassed 8 billion. And I am not afraid to tell you, don't have kids. I'm not afraid to tell people that. Well, maybe not my family, but in general, we need to save the Earth's topsoil, and we need to do farming in a sensible manner, the way that it was done in the past. Factory farming is a huge problem. The way that we're doing food is not sustainable. So we are not going to be able to sustain ourselves unless we as an entire world get on top of these things that are happening right under our eyes. And we're like collectively, oh, it's all right, it'll work out. So yes, we will have times of scarcity and worry. And then we'll get it together and we'll start solving the problems.
There you have it.
And I think that it's not just me that understands, like one thing that Neil was saying was like, we all know this is happening, but the media is so interested in, the next thing that's going to get people the next dramatic soap opera thing. You know what I mean? It's just like the thing that people are going to be on the edge of their seats. Yeah. We're all guilty of that because it's fascinating. The news is riveting, but we all have this in the back of our minds. How are we going to sustain this planet and humans with not taking care of the food? So I don't need to pull cards on that. That's like common sense.
Gotcha.
When things get less, they cost more. And nobody needs to panic about that. We just need to support savesoil.org. We need to support all the organizations that are working to combat climate change and do everything we possibly can in this country to get this country under the rule of Democrats that are for democracy. Because Democrats that are for democracy, plain and simple, it's not about partisanship, want to save the planet, and the idiot Republicans don't. I'm done ranting.
And the views expressed on Bridge Campaign are not necessarily those.
No, you don't even. Because those views that I've just expressed are your views also.
Can you believe you just said that out loud?
Your views
that's all. If I can save a clip from this show, it's got to be that.
My views that I've
just views I just expressed are your views also.
Do you eat?
Yeah.
Food?
Knishes mostly.
Do you need to be on a planet? Do you have a planet B? No, you do not. We're talking about being human beings. We don't need to say the views expressed. I know we're just joking, but you don't need to say that. Because that's my point. Exactly. This is not about being on one side or another. That's just my point. Next question.
And my point too.
No,
Corey, that fruit fly?
You can't go there because you have to admit that you're a human being and that you care.
I do.
And that you like to eat.
I love to eat.
Next question.
Here's one. Here's our question of the night. This comes from Cat Whiskers. Cat Whiskers asks, Annette, do plants laugh?
Do you think she has a cat?
Cat Whiskers? I would think so. I think we have some cat owners out here.
Do plants laugh?
Yep. That's
plants
our
have feelings. Yes.
That's our question of the night.
I don't know if your plant's gonna go, that was a funny joke. But yes, plants feel.
I believe that too.
There's been many experiments done. If you play classical music for a plant, it's going to grow. Just like hair. I must be happy my hair's growing. Plants do feel. If you give your plant love, how often have we heard if you talk to your plants?
Yeah, or you play music.
And there have been many experiments done about that. So plants do, like I was saying, only humans have emotions, but plants respond to certain qualities of vibrational energy. We all do. That's why we say good vibes, bad vibes.
Vibing. We're vibing tonight.
Vibing.
We are now past the 2-hour mark, Annette, believe it or not.
How has that happened so quickly?
Right. Welcome. You're watching the Psychic and the Sidekick. She is a psychic, Annette Dion. I'm a sidekick, Corey, here for Bridge Cape Ann, coming at you live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Annette and I do this for you every Wednesday night. If you would like a reading with Annette, just email AnnetteDion7, the number 7, at gmail.com, or go to psychicannetteDion.com.
You're so good. You're so good. I appreciate you, Corey.
I appreciate you too.
Maybe you won't get cold. You won't get cold when you're stalking. You've been good.
No, we'll see. All right. How about this one from Laura Rusin? Annette, I was visiting with a friend who, within the past year, lost his wife. In the middle of the night, I awoke to a bright glowing orb. I felt very serene and loving warmth watching it. I've never experienced anything like this. I believe it was his wife trying to give him a message. What is your insight?
I feel like it was an angel. Now, I mean, it could be, sounds like a personal question.
I suppose, although it wasn't about, it was the friend lost his wife and then she sees the orb.
I feel like it was an angel. I feel like it was an angel helper. I don't feel like, a lot of times when souls pass, they just kind of hang out and adjust to the spiritual plane for a while. So I feel like that was an angel that was sent to help him. Not really picking up specifically that it was his wife. I don't know why, but
Okay. We get orb questions every now and then.
people comment that and it doesn't just happen for me, and I've seen them. The orbs kind of fly through the screen when I'm doing a reading or a church service. Do you get orbs in your videos?
I don't know. Someone might have pointed one out once. I'm trying to remember what that was. I have to
Sometimes it looks like a fruit fly.
Could be. Right into your mouth.
Right.
All right. Thanks for the question, Laura. Hope that helps a little bit. The next one comes from our buddy Damon, who asks, Annette, will King Charles step down in 2023? Damon loves his Royals.
Damon was on my live feed a couple weeks ago, I think it was. my wielders of the wrench are so good. They were like, he's a troll. We'll get him for you. I forget what he said. He got himself in trouble.
Damon with a wrench would frighten me, actually.
No, he didn't have a wrench.
But if he ever were to have one.
I forget what he said. But they thought he was being a brat. These the wrench wielders, they're like very motherly, you know. They're very mom bear.
Yeah.
Don't you mess with my Corey.
They take it seriously.
They do. So he wants to know if Charles will step down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Charles stepping down. I just see the monarchy being almost just like being a celebrity. There's not going to be any, like, there really isn't any anyhow, but it's going to be less and less of an important position. But I don't see him stepping down. I don't see why he would step down.
Okay.
I don't see any, like, you know, him doing illicit things or, yeah. I mean, there's been some things that have raised some eyebrows, but I'm just wondering why he thinks he's going to step down.
I know. Damon he's asking royal questions all the time. He's upset.
I mean, it sounds like he has a suspicion that he might step down.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't feel that.
Okay. Fair enough. Damon, hope that satiates.
Would you step down if you were the king?
No.
Would you just wake up one day and be like, I don't think I want to be the king.
Enough.
Enough with this king stuff.
Yeah. Who wants it?
No, he'll be fine. I mean, everybody waits on you hand and foot, and you have cars to take you wherever you want to go, and you know. No, I wouldn't give up that gig.
Next question comes from Jackie Lynn. Jackie's with us tonight. She's always with us. What New Year's Eve predictions from last year impressed you the most this year? So looking back, was there anything that you thought of last year that you were like,
I can't remember what I said.
So I'll tell you one thing that's jumped out at me that you've said in years past was when you've said since day one, January 2024, for the last we actually do hear of COVID.
That was like the guides handed that right to me.
I thought that was pretty insightful.
Well, and it was like April of 2020 when I was like, what's going on? I wanted to know what was going on. They said we knew nothing. And that was before all the hell broke loose. We kind of forget how awful it was and how scary life was in 2020. And they said there'll be 1 million people dead before we get a handle on it. And when we passed the 1 million persons death mark, it had really slowed down. But I felt better in the sense, it's so tragic, in the sense that we had come to not the end, but I still think we have another wave coming. Not anywhere near. Remember I said the Omicron and the Delta were going to be the worst? It was such a scary time. I mean, and I'm still, you know me, it's like we'd be meeting in person if it wasn't for, I want to be really careful.
Okay, so
I made it this far.
to follow up on the Charles question, Lisa Carolyn says, he made a promise to his mother that he would step down so that William could take over.
Oh, is that what Damon was referring to?
Could be. I don't know. Many said to be forced to step down.
No, I don't see him
his
being,
health. There's all kinds of things flying around.
yeah, I don't see Charles being forced to step down. We don't have to wish that on him either. I mean, I know some people do.
Right.
No, nobody here, but
Interesting stuff, though. Yeah, we're all over the place, and I like shows like this.
it's that Pisces moon.
Think so?
Oh yeah, Pisces is really floaty. It's I think I'm getting up to go get my candy and to go open the window, and you're going to take care of Bubba. We're just floating around.
Yeah, Warren's back. Warren, you asked knishes or donuts? Knishes. Always knishes.
Knishes win.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Okay.
Donuts are good too, but knishes are better.
Yeah, knishes are great. Rhonda Rue is asking, Annette, will Getz go to jail in 2023?
Jesus, I hope so.
Woo!
I'm sorry. I just
Dion comes down with the hammer on that one.
Stand him. Oh, he's so revolting. The card that fell is the star. The star represents the United States of America. He's in trouble. We know he's in trouble, but this looks more like a crime against the United States that he was involved in. I feel like his father can't keep bailing him out for some reason. I don't know what his family's money is from. Do you?
What's that? I was looking for another question. I'm sorry.
His family is very, very sickeningly wealthy.
Oh, Getz, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being sickeningly wealthy. It's just wrong when you're corrupt with it. Yes, he is. He's going to jail. There are crimes against the United States. This is about that. Plus his, sex trafficking. People go to jail for that. The Five of Cups. Oh yeah, this is not good for Matt Gaetz. The United States of America. Crimes against the United States of America.
These cards are direct.
Yeah, that's true. They are, aren't they? It's the first time I've really used them, except for Monday I use them. Yeah. But that is what I like about them. Good observation. I think
this deck fits you, Annette. Of all the decks we've looked through, this is a Dion deck.
I'm gonna get up for a second because I want to show you the box.
Okay.
It's the weirdest thing.
Hope you're having fun tonight, folks. We are. And we'll be back same time next week as well. I think Annette and I will probably run through every Wednesday the rest of this month.
Yeah, I'm good. Because I save Wednesdays for you.
Holy shit, ring the bell, Dion.
What?
Yoon is here.
From Vietnam now?
Yoon.
She interrupted her vacation. See this? Moonlight Tarot. Oh, cool.
Look at this. Yoon, good morning from Hanoi. Leaving the hotel in 20 minutes for the airport to Singapore. So she hopped on to say hi before she...
Of course, you gotta be on your phone when you're at the airport.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have no idea who the artist is. You're not paying attention to me.
No, I am now, but geez, Yoon dropped in.
I know, I rang the bell. I'm so happy that she's here.
Well, now the live chat's going bananas.
Because Yoon's here?
Yeah.
If
we could put her on our shoulders and run her around the room, we do that.
I know. She needs to send us a picture.
Yeah, we have to see Yoon sometime.
I was making the point that my brand new cards don't even have an artist's name. I'm waiting till I have your attention.
I'm looking right at you, Dion. I'm right at you. Okay, so yeah, we'll get someone on the case. We'll send someone down the rabbit hole to find out where those cards originated. I do like them.
It's the strangest thing. Even a little, I mean, it's a little eerie in a way.
Is it on the back of any card even?
No, it's a little eerie in a way. Because let me tell you why. I had no intentions of buying a new deck of cards. And all of a sudden, I'm online and I see them. I'm like, I'm buying them. And I don't even know why I'm buying them. And then somebody wrote something about the cards that it was some money went to Ukraine from the sale of these cards.
Oh,
and
wow.
then I got the whole deal, this wooden box and the cloth that's on my table. And I got not one of them, but two of them. Christmas is coming.
Which reminds me, Annette, do you go out for ladies' night at all? So tomorrow night is ladies' night in downtown Gloucester, folks.
Thanks for the warning.
It's the biggest retail night of the year. And it's imagine women with martinis or margaritas, like load up on those and wine, and they just go from shop to shop and destroy downtown. Well, it's in a good way, but yeah. So that's tomorrow night. So Blue River Diamonds, right down the street from you. They actually have someone, friends from Ukraine are going to be there raising money.
I might stop by there, but honestly, I'm not a fan of ladies' night.
It's nuts. Neither am I staying. I used to cover it, and I was just like, I can't. How many?
It's not fun.
We have 900 salons in Gloucester. Everyone and their daughter owns a salon around here, and they all just give away wine that night, and it gets drunk fast. It's fun, but yeah, it's.
I'm sorry to sound like such a prude, but they're all looking for free wine and not buying anything.
Well, they shop. They need the wine first. There's a lot of appointment-based businesses down there. So
be amazed.
You should be there, Annette. You should be there.
Why? Don't you think I'm speaking from experience right now?
Oh, they're not shopping from you?
It's totally not worth being involved in.
I think you should have a little shop with your own like pendulums and crystals.
After I just told you how much I cannot stand ladies' night.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I think.
Do what you hate.
Well, Yoon, before you take off, thanks for popping in.
Thanks for coming in, Yoon. Sorry, I was just in the middle of a sentence. That's all.
Yeah, safe travels. We'll catch up with you soon. Okay, here's a cool question from a local, Mary Farrell.
I just bashed ladies' night, and there's a local
You destroyed them, and our 99% of our audience are ladies.
It's probably her favorite thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's too late. That genie's out of the bottle.
Oh, ladies' night's the best time. I feel like I belong.
Oh, dear. Mary Farrell asked, Annette, can you read the energy around the forest fires we've had in Rockport this year? It's oddly a lot for a small little town. It's a great point.
We had a huge drought.
Is it as simple as that? You give me an energy feel.
Well, do I know Mary?
Mary Farrell, I don't know her. But she's talking Rockport, so she's in there somewhere. We have locals.
Do you remember my rants about the drought?
Mm-hmm.
How could you forget? Because fortunately we're getting all this rain now, but we were in an extreme drought. I think that people's memories are short and, or maybe nobody knew how extreme it was. So to read the energy around the fires, I don't really know how to answer that, except that we were in an extreme drought, and that's what happens. We're in a global climate change situation, which causes the planet to burn up. So I don't know. Did I miss something? I don't understand. Like, if there's more to it, like.
Right. I think that's the question: is there more to it?
No, there's nothing. There's no more to it. Then when it's that dry, things start going up in flames. That hot and that dry. It's not like it's new. It's happened before. That's why I've got on my soapbox about I can't believe this town is, cities building all these new developments when we won't have enough water in droughts and extreme droughts.
I gotta find a chair for you that's shaped like a soapbox.
I don't know what a soapbox looks like. It's just a saying.
I know.
It probably goes back to the times when people spread the news through their voices and got up on a box that used to contain soap. I don't know. I'm guessing.
All right, Annette, we got a lot going on in the live chat. Number one is Warren found info on the tarot deck, and I guess he emailed me the info. So,
oh, good. I did
may
see
have
something in the description about some of the proceeds going to Ukraine.
And Yoon says, guys, if you are above 50 to 60 years old, don't climb the steps to the cave. Terrible. And she enjoyed Long Bay and Nim Bim. Enjoyed the boat ride, but too long. She has backside pain now.
What cave?
I don't know. She was in Vietnam. And
Well, yeah, but she went into a cave.
spelunking.
What is it? What kind of cave?
I don't know. I think I missed the earlier part of the chat with other folks.
I'm wondering why you'd go into a cave unless there was something to see.
Well, yeah, I'm sure she was. Yeah.
Caves are scary. Have you ever been in a cave?
Yeah, well, yeah. I did some cool glowworm caves in New Zealand. It was awesome.
Wow.
You have to lay down. Basically, there's some points you have to lay down flat on like a canoe or a little boat, and you know,
claustrophobic.
it's pretty wild.
There's a cave called Mammoth Cave.
Oh, people are asking if you can show the cards again.
Or if they want to see the cards again?
Yeah. By the way, Adrian Barrientos is in here. Adrian, I got your question earlier, so thanks for that. We're working on.
I was trying to show them, but you kept talking.
There you go.
And it comes with a box. If you want to, pay a little more for the box.
Mm.
Yeah, I love them. I love the black and gold. That's what the sign on my door with my name on it is, black and gold.
Whew. Chat's flying tonight.
I know. I'm hanging out here bored. It's like he's gonna ask me a question eventually.
Oh my God. Yeah. I let you breathe because sometimes you pause and then you finish a thought and
We're just having a conversation.
I know. All right. Here's one from Tracy Robinson. Please ask Annette about Brittany Griner.
I know. I knew someone was going to ask that too. It's like
I can't believe this situation. Huh?
the murders in Idaho and Brittany Griner. I mean, there's lots of horrible things going on. It's just that Brittany Griner. I hope she makes it.
Precarious.
There are no words. I did over the summer. I saw her being released, and it looked like January. It looked like the end of January. And I have been saying that Putin's war would end in January. Yeah, I get this is interesting because I'm picking up. She could be released the end of January, like right around the last week of January into February, that time period, which is around when I'm pegging the war will be over. I don't see how Putin's soldiers are going to make it through the winter, for one thing. And I get that the Ukrainians are much better equipped. So it looks like it coincides with the war ending. Brittany Griner be out by will Brittany Griner be released? It's giving me the runaround. There's too many things in play right now. Sometimes, the pendulum will do that because certain things have to happen. And when we don't get a clear answer, I say, send a lot of prayers and thoughts that way, because we can change the trajectory of things. I just feel like she's in a penal camp, right?
Yeah.
Unthinkable. I get really, really cold. It's very cold.
Geez, the second you said that, Annette, Uptick 888 mentioned that Russian soldiers have no warm clothes and no food and are dying from hypothermia.
They're not gonna, yeah. They can't make it through this. It's gonna be January. It will be over. And Putin it's not human in there. What's within Putin it's not human. So I'm curious about Navalny.
We did have a Navalny question.
Well, I must have picked up on it. Is Navalny gonna? It looks like he'll be able to escape. With Griner, it's up in the air, and I think it's the trauma, the mental will that it takes to stay alive. Will Brittany Griner be? It does. It is kind of saying that she'll be released. So, look like Navalny also. I'm gonna pick 3 cards. Just about the people that are in these horrible prison camps right now in Russia. Those 2. You have a pet. You have Bubba. I've got a fruit fly.
Yeah. Do you want another question though? A couple of people have asked about. Did you hear about these Biden's cars catching fire in Nantucket when he was here?
Were they Teslas?
No. I don't think they were Teslas. More specifics, folks, on the. We got a couple of questions on that.
All right. Well, hang on. Because I'm asking about the Navalny and Brittany Griner. It looks like they will get out. It looks like they will be released after this horrible, horrible time. I mean, it's gonna. I don't know if somebody can really recover from that trauma. It's just too much. I didn't hear about. What do you mean his car's caught on fire? I don't understand.
A couple of people have said it. There's something happened. He had cars down there in Nantucket while he was visiting, and they caught fire.
Well, he wasn't like he driving a rental car by himself.
I know, like he didn't get like a Toyota Yaris, and
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, how often do you get in a car and it catches on fire? Unless it's
Biden rental car burst into flames at the Nantucket airport. Yeah.
When?
Nantucket fire destroys multiple cars used by Secret Service for Biden visit. This was yesterday.
They must have been electric vehicles.
The day after they returned.
They must have been electric vehicles, right?
5 cars rented by the Social Service in Nantucket burst into flames a day after being returned. The cars were used by Secret Service during Biden's
What?
trip.
A day after being returned?
Neither Biden nor his family rode in the cars during the trip.
How is that even a story?
They were from Hertz.
Somebody have it out for Hertz?
I don't know.
I don't get how that's
that was OJ's thing, wasn't it?
a Hertz.
I can't remember. Yeah, so there you have it. Got a read on that, kid?
Was the OJ SUV, the white SUV, a Hertz?
No, remember when OJ used to do the commercials for Rent-A-Car
No.
way back in the early 80s?
I like to forget about OJ. Yeah. I mean, OJ had brain concussions, which can cause someone to snap. So on that topic, I want to say that we have to pray that Herschel Walker gets nowhere near a political seat, office. Nowhere near it. Nobody asked about that. There are questions that aren't being asked, and I'm like, really? Nobody's asking about Georgia?
No, we didn't get a Georgia question.
Warnock. Sorry, I just answered the question that wasn't asked. It's in the air. Are we winding down?
What time is it? It's 9 o'clock. It's your call. What you want to do? We have plenty of questions, and there's almost 500 people.
It's so Pisces. It's so Moon and Pisces. Corey's just like floating around.
Well, no, because I have the live chat's crazy. I'm like, I have questions over here that I'm going through, but there's also questions on the chat.
I feel like I want to help you, but I can't see a thing.
It's a lot. Yeah. This is one of our biggest audiences right now.
Really? I heard that nobody else really is on Wednesdays. I heard that. I'm gonna go on. I'll be live on Friday. By the way, I've got to start promoting myself. This is really, it's bad.
Oh boy.
I need to promote myself. Go to my channel, please
Hold on, let me
subscribe
see
to
if I have any violin music here to play. Yeah, folks, Annette needs to book people. Annette Dion
have-
number 7 at gmail.com or psychicannetteDion.com.
Yeah, come get a reading. It's totally fun and informative and awesome. Next question.
Let's see where we should go. How about this one? Will Chinese EVs dominate the US market?
Nobody really asked about what's going on in China.
This is true.
Nobody really asked about what's going on in Iran. Nobody really asked about the World Cup.
We did get a World Cup question, but it was a prediction on who you think's going to win. And I don't think you'd want that.
Oh, just because sports, yeah. Calling the winner in sports games there's so many variables. It's really tricky. All right,
I've
we
watched
asked.
every match, by the way, basically.
You did. I don't watch soccer.
I'm fascinated by it. It's not even that I'm a huge soccer fan. It's there's just so much at stake and the spectacle of it. I mean, there's 2 billion people watching, and you see what happens. Like the Iranian players, they don't sing their national anthem. What repercussions are they going to have when they go home?
It's real. Yeah, there's a lot going on the world stage there.
Oh, it's insane, right?
That's why I'm surprised you don't have more questions about the world things.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We do what we do. They it's a dartboard. They're coming from all over.
What are we asking? China?
Yeah. Yeah, electric vehicles. Will the Chinese dominate the U.S. market?
No. There's too much trouble in China right now.
We're starting to see bigger corporations here.
Yeah, I know. Here's the deal. With that CHIPS Act and what Biden's doing, with manufacturing jobs and all that. I mean, it's amazing that his approval rating is as low as it is. It's amazing how much people aren't informed about what he's doing.
Well, isn't it getting better?
Joe Biden is saving the economy. The CHIPS Act is going to make it possible. Well, we will be making semiconductor chips in this country, which is what we need for the cars, right? I see China at a stuck point. I think President Xi is making a big mistake staying in office. He's a dictator. I don't know why they call him president. But he's screwing up everything. And this is the younger generation they're so angry. There was this fire. Do you know what the COVID restrictions have been like there?
Did you see the protest that actually broke out?
That's why I'm asking you. I can't believe people aren't asking about this. There's some big, what happening on the planet right now. It's boggling my mind how much is happening right now energetically, how many things are shifting. And that World Cup is a perfect example. Those Iranian players have risked their lives.
Legit.
They don't know what they're going to face when they go back to Iran. They could be executed.
A player who did not make the team already got arrested.
They might get executed.
It's insane.
Yeah, and it's the rising up of, this new energy that's not going to tolerate suppression anymore. That's not going to tolerate, these oppressive regimes that act like they're kingdoms with evil kings and lords. And it's just there's a new breed of humans being born, the younger generations that are just like they have no fear. They're so courageous.
They're also better connected to one another around the world. It's one of the positives of the internet and social media.
Yeah, well, Iran's pretty cut off from that, but we're still getting leaks.
But we have seen examples, right? In the last few years, I think Tunisia was one a handful of years ago, Egypt, where there were big democratic uprisings from young people born through their social media. So you see it happening. So one of the cool things in that, and you don't have to be a sports fan to follow this, but in following the World Cup, you have tens and tens of thousands of people from all over the world converging there. So, for example, 80,000 fans from Saudi Arabia who have a very dicey relationship with Qatar, right? Are there all, and then you have Tunisia and Morocco, and it's just cool seeing these Northern African and Middle Eastern nations outside the context of what you get in your evening news, right? I mean, you're seeing so regular people and sports fans and patriotic people getting together. There's no violence, there's no BS in the stands, but all these geopolitical undertones, like, I find it fascinating.
It is fascinating.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's really something to. It's historic, something to look at, and with complete awe. It's funny you said Qatar and Saudi Arabia, and I was like, back to thinking about Ivanka and Jared, and going, yeah, that's because I see this back and forth, like they're in Qatar, but they're trying to negotiate with Saudi Arabia. It just brought that to mind.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on with them. But anyway, as far as the World Cup, it's better than the Olympics.
Oh yeah. It's as corrupt, if not more. But I mean, that's global sports. Of course, it's
just in terms of seeing all these countries coming together in one place, and the dynamics of that, and what the risks that they are taking to just stand. I mean, Colin, how do you say his last name? Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
He started it.
Yeah. Well, that was a big thing.
I mean, he did. He started the whole, I'm not going to participate in this anthem thing.
Well, I mean, there had been similar protests in years past, not quite like a knee to the ground, but a fist in the air. We saw that in the 68 Olympics. I mean, there have been protests along the way. But yeah, I mean, it was ballsy. It cost him his career. He definitely got blackballed because of it.
Yeah, but he's going to end up being a hero.
Yeah.
He's going to end up being perceived as a hero. That was pre-George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the air. People get all discouraged and they're like, oh, that Black Lives Matter, that didn't do any good. And then, whoa, you don't know about energy if you're thinking that.
Yeah.
These huge uprisings create waves that keep moving.
Well, one key thing that came out of the Kaepernick situation and Floyd, like as things unfolded, were professional athletes put pressure on their the arenas and stadiums for which they play. They put pressure on their ownership to turn those areas into voting precincts to make it easier for people to, so they weren't, because obviously voter suppression is a legit thing around. It's not.
Oh, it's not legit.
It's not voter fraudulence. It's voter suppression. Right? So we know that. And I thought that was pretty awesome to see that these huge football, basketball stadiums and arenas are now open to voting to make it easier and more accessible for people.
Yeah, that's great. I didn't know that. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
There's always
so that stadium, the TD Garden, like the Garden. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that they voted there.
Yeah. Yep. Interesting stuff. So what do you want to do now? You want to keep running with this?
I didn't answer your question.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It happens. I was talking about, you were asking about China.
EVs, will they dominate the EV market?
No, they will not. They will not. It's because of their stupid president. Four of Pentacles, they're not going to be able to. They're going to have to hold back. They're not going to there's too much going on in China. China is really messed up right now. I know it's a huge country, but it's really messed up right now. Too much emotions, too much turmoil. The Three of Pentacles is building anew. This is us building anew. We are starting back the Made in America trend. Thank you, Joe Biden.
I'm going to say for the fifth time, Annette, that deck is made for you.
Really? You think that's interesting? Because I was like, I did get that one comment that someone didn't like the cards, which is fine. I mean, it's not like I made them, but yeah, I really like them.
No, and I think it's just it befits your readings too. I think it's direct.
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I could see that I could get hooked on these cards.
focused. There's a focus there. You see these other
Yeah.
ones. They're almost, to me, they're almost too ornate. I like it because you can pick up different facets of it too, but sometimes it's too much,
I think when you're learning to read the tarot, if anyone out there wants to learn to read the tarot, it's best to start with the simple images. And then it's almost like accessorizing, when you get decks that have a lot going on, it's like accessories. You're a guy, you don't wear jewelry, but
Yeah, I'm not big on adornments personally.
but it is like that. You don't need all that, but they're pretty to look at.
Yeah.
And I'll change it up. I'll use different cards. I won't just stick with one deck all the time.
Yeah.
Let's
so
do. You want to do 10 more minutes?
Yeah, whatever you want to do. That's fine. We can
Let's
push
do
to,
that.
Yeah, we'll push to 9:30 or we'll get close there. Okay, so I will say this. The one thing that bummed me the most about missing last week's show, we had one question in the chat that I got the night before, which I thought would have been awesome to do last week. It was from Eileen Robichaud, and she asked, how about channeling something to do with JFK, as today is the anniversary of his death? Now, obviously, that's not today,
right.
but it was last week. So I thought that would have been.
It doesn't have to be.
Right. I just thought that might have been cool to tap into it because I hadn't thought of it,
Next year will be 60 years after he was assassinated.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Time flies, huh?
Yeah.
I have channeled him before. In fact, if I had known you were going to go party on Wednesday night, I would have planned ahead to do a channeling session.
What? So I didn't text you till that late? Or you didn't? You were busy. Did you have appointments and didn't see it until later, like after 5?
No, I was free.
So I remember you saying I didn't see this until just now.
Well, I probably was with the client, so I didn't check till after.
Right. So that's what happened.
But anyway, it's all good. I shouldn't expect you to work on holidays.
Well, I knew that it was going to be a coin flip, and but I was in through Thanksgiving on that whole weekend. I stayed in and worked.
Are you going to work on Christmas too?
I usually do. No, I don't. I'm fine with it. I'm not. I like the holiday time and the seasons. The actual dates, then it's kind of like, to me, the journey's better than the destination.
You should come to my winter solstice event.
That's the 17th. I'm gonna be drunk that day.
Virtual event, the 17th. Yeah.
I have a big party the 17th.
It's gonna be all women. It's always all women.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Why don't men like to do fun, magical things? I don't know.
They do in our chat room. You got Christian, you got Damon, you got old guy, you got Shockwave.
Yeah, sign up for the winter solstice event. We're gonna be.
It's raining men in our live chat.
Who is?
It's raining men in our live chat.
It is. It's awesome. We're gonna get. We're gonna like decorate and bring in some fur. Greens. It's the tradition of the solstice. Do you know? And the significance of the different traditions. We're going to be talking about traditions all around the world. Bringing the greens in from the outdoors is like going into the winter months. You want to bring life into your home. Like an evergreen represents it, stays green through the winter. So it's kind of like bringing the outdoors indoors for the winter. All kinds of traditions and fun stuff and music. And next question.
Do you want to tap into the JFK thing at all?
Oh, well, that would be a channeling, and I'm not really in channeling mode at the moment.
Okay. Is there the chance for a channeling show this month?
Sure.
I'm throwing things out there.
I just have to pick a night, maybe a Saturday. On Friday night, I'm in, how we're in the habit of doing Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern. On Mondays, I usually do a pre-recorded video. On Fridays, I do a Friday night live. And that's always fun. Yeah. And I could do a little channeling then. I'll figure it out.
And I think we're going to we might introduce Bridge Buddy Roulette this month. It's time.
Who are we going to bring in?
Well, Christian Montalvo. We have to ask our wrenches first if they'll come on.
Oh yeah, the wrench people get first dibs.
Yeah, the wrench people, then if old guy, maybe
We get to
you.
harass them.
Yeah.
We get to knock them around a little bit like we do in New England. Like, we're just messing with you because we
Bust
love
some
you.
balls. We gotta bust some
Yeah.
balls.
Yeah, that's how we call it. They have to be able to take it.
Oh man. All right. What do you want to do here? Find some other questions?
Yeah, let's do a few more questions and then we'll do it. Well, I kind of already did a community card at the very beginning.
Yeah. Okay. How about this one from Old Guy? Old Guy asks, Annette, how severe will the polar vortexes be this year?
Is that a weather thing?
The weather thing. The polar vortexes.
How
That's right.
severe?
Not the first time Old Guy's asking about polar vortexes.
Now I have to look it up. What is a polar vortex? I do see I see a lot of erratic, which it doesn't take a psychic really. I see a lot of, or maybe it does, a lot of erratic things. Do you remember like this? Like for instance, a few Thanksgivings ago, 2018, on Thanksgiving Day, the temperature dropped to below zero, and they didn't even know if they could do the Macy's parade, and it was just for that one day. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
I
I
was
do
gonna
remember
go
that.
for a morning hike, and it was like, oh my gosh, it's only November, it's Thanksgiving, and I can't even go out there and have a morning hike because it's ridiculously frigid cold. Like you'd get frostbite, that kind of thing. I see that kind of thing happen. And then like the next day it was fine again. They almost didn't have the Macy's parade, or maybe they didn't. I don't remember if they did. I think they couldn't fly the balloons or something. It was intense. I see a lot of that type of thing. And then like in 2015, we had a snowstorm, a nor'easter snowstorm every single weekend. We were absolutely buried.
That's 2015. That was brutal.
And since that time, the winters have been very mild since that time. So I do see a lot of like, what is this out of nowhere seemingly? Like Buffalo getting hammered the day before Thanksgiving with like 5 feet of snow, 6 feet of snow, just like I don't know. I see a lot of that. Be prepared. You like get your survival gear in order. Get your survival suit like you're going out on a fishing boat.
We're going to the bunker now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Sal's asking about football. Sal's back again. He's asking Bills Patriots. The Pats can't stop Josh Allen if he's going to run. So
who's Sal?
Sal he's always asking for football bets.
Oh, right. He wants to know who's going to win.
Yeah. Well, the Bills Patriots play tomorrow night, so the Patriots should not win that game. But it'll be closer than people think. I don't know what the spread is.
I'm not even following.
I know. How about this one from Shockwave 43?
Okay.
Volcanologists are now checking Yellowstone due to what's happening in Hawaii. Will Yellowstone have a surprise eruption?
I see a little blip on the screen. When the volcano started to erupt in Hawaii, I was reminded what I said last year, that I felt a lot of shifting and volcanic activity. We were talking about that last year, coming into 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I see a scare at Yellowstone. I mean, I can pick 3 cards about it.
All right.
I don't see anything really blowing up. And I did ask about the volcano in Hawaii. I think there were 2 volcanoes. And I got that it would get a little dangerous, but that people wouldn't have to evacuate. I felt like the danger would be more with the noxious gases. Did I say that right? Noxious. Well, it looks like there'll be challenges. The swords are coming up. The 2 of Swords was just like there's going to be some things that happen that make people a little nervous, like not knowing what to do about the kind of energy that's shifting at Yellowstone. But the Strength card means people will be able to handle what occurs there. Remember they had those big fires over the summer?
Yeah.
Kind of like that was a disaster. That was horrible, but they eventually they put the fires out and they handled it. So I feel like something will happen, but it's not going to be like a total disaster. Just a little shifting that's going to make people feel a little uneasy.
Mm.
So if it's gonna blow, it's not going to be right away.
Mm-hmm. Annette, will Dr. Fauci be able to retire in peace?
Dr. Fauci is really shaken up, as is Nancy Pelosi. I actually see Dr. Fauci thinking about maybe living in a different country. The man is really kind of jarred, really traumatized from and it is similar to Nancy Pelosi, from just doing his job that he was really appreciated and revered for doing. He's amazingly talented. He just given the gift of devoting his life to public service, to helping people to stay alive in pandemics, and his whole entire life devoted to that. He's 80 something, just like Nancy Pelosi. She did the same. And it got contorted by the evil forces into making him into being the enemy. And he's just a guy. He's just a nice guy with, an amazing gift of science. And I feel like he's looking at options of maybe living, I don't know if it would be Italy because the government's going to go through some stuff there. But I think he's got options, and I think that he would take them. Maybe he'll move to Canada, I don't think he's going to want to stay in the United States. Now, I'm going to ask the pendulum. I mean, I don't blame him, but I just feel like, I've read on a few people that are kind of public figures in our country that are in that 70 to 80 something age group. And it's just like, they're traumatized. Because it's such an abrupt shift and it's so pathetic. It's so like, what's going on here? It's really disconcerting. So, like, they didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Nancy Pelosi is a public servant, doing the best job she possibly could, extremely gifted. And they wanted to hang her from the lamppost, among other things. And they beat up her husband. And Dr. Fauci's been having death threats for trying to save lives. Just amazing. Is Fauci going to move to a different country? It looks like he will. Where's Amalfi? Where's Amalfi? Is that an Italian island or?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Just popped into my head. Is Nancy Pelosi going to move out of the country? No, but I think Dr. Fauci will move out of the country. I feel so bad for him. And he's really worried. I mean, and he said he was going to retire because he wanted to teach and which is really legit. I think that's very true, that he wants to kind of train. When you're that gifted, especially, you got to pass the torch, get set up the next generations to be prepared for pandemics and that kind of thing. So he really does want to continue to work for the betterment of society. But look, what kind of rewards is he getting for that? Death threats for him and his family. Did you look that up?
Yeah, well, everyone else. Amalfi is in Italy.
It's in Italy. Is it an island?
Isn't it? Is it one of the islands that's to like the left of the boot?
I don't know. It just popped into my head. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right. Well, so Annette, there's like terrible news in our chat. So Justin's mom is in here tonight. Her brother was murdered over the holiday. And she's
Oh.
in the she's in the chat now and just said that. So Justin's mom, we're thinking of you.
Justin's mom.
Justin's mom, one of our wrenches.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
My
What
brother
did
was
you say?
murdered over the holiday.
Her brother was murdered over the holiday. Oh my God. All right, we're sending light, we're sending prayers. If she can come to Church of Spirituality, other people will pray for her there too. So sorry. That's just, I'm glad she's here.
Yeah.
Because the community will just hearing that will be praying and sending light to her.
Yep, they're rallying around her now.
Gosh.
Yeah. All right.
When people go to the spirit plane, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Just know that. Doesn't offer any comfort, but just knowing, like I had recently, I have an aunt who's 92. She just passed away this week. You saw that?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you see that?
Her obituary was in the paper.
Oh yeah, like I said, I didn't get the paper anymore, so I didn't see the obituary yet. But I did get the sense that she was. I mean, I think she knew what kind of work that I did. I didn't talk to her about it much, but I really felt her on the other side, just like he's so happy to be out of her body. I'm just saying, it's, nobody is saying that wasn't horrible what happened to Justin's mom's brother. It does offer some comfort that they're not gone completely. They're on the other side and being looked after. So I wanted to ask you about, did people ask any questions about Trump and Jack Smith?
We had, basically was Trump shaking in his boots now because.
Yeah, he's lost his mind. He's that stressed that he's lost his sense of judgment is completely skewed. But we can save that for next time too. There's going to be a lot that goes on. In fact, Monday, I said this week, I saw a big arrest this week. So one thing I want to ask is Stuart Rhodes, the Oath Keepers being found guilty of seditious conspiracy. If that's what I was picking up on, or because I was really picking up on a big arrest, and I just wonder, was that what I was picking up on, or is there something else coming this week, or was that it? Ooh, it's giving me the runaround. Maybe that's the wrong question. Is somebody who's a big name in the public eye going to get arrested this week? Yeah, I think we're going to see something still. It's Wednesday. Well, I said I saw something big happening with Trump the week before last. I don't know if it was on this show. Yeah, it was. Someone was asking about Trump being indicted or like what was going to happen. And I said something would happen the following week. And that's when Merrick Garland appointed the special counsel and everyone freaked out like, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this. But because I had read that, it was Friday afternoon. I had to wait the whole week. I said, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? And that's what that was. So. Yeah, so interesting. There's so much happening. We live in interesting times. That's for sure.
This is true. So you want to call it a night, Annette? We're 3 hours now.
That's 3 hours.
Yeah,
we're crazy.
We can keep going. I mean, we know that we can do this all night long. But I mean,
but we won't keep them guessing.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's been a great night. We had a lot of great questions answered too. We did have, it was fun. Like Yoon popped in, that was a cool thing too. But we did have some very sobering moments, right? So Tammy lost her mom while we were away, and of course, the news we're getting out about Justin's mom's brother, which is devastating. So that's consuming the live chat now, Annette. So,
and here's the thing, is that we've never had this before, where we can, as a collective virtual community, know people virtually and be able to pray for them and send them positive energy. Like somebody was at Church of Spirituality. Go to my channel, go to my YouTube if you want to check that out, who had massive pain, and she was really, she had something going on that they call like the suicide disease, because it was so painful that it just makes you want to kill yourself. And people in the chat were so amazing, and they were like, oh, we really feel for you, we're sending you healing. And so it makes a big difference. So just Justin's mom, know that you're not alone, we're here with you energetically. And when we say that, it's not just like woo-woo, it's like energetically, we're sending you strong energy to help, to support.
Mm-hmm. Well said.
Why we're here.
Annette, so why don't we do let's do another community card to go, and I can say my goodbyes. Okay. So while Annette does that, we want to thank, of course, Justin's mom, sending love and light to you, Tammy S, you as well, and everybody going through difficult times. We know this isn't an easy time of year for a lot of people too. So there is that. In the meantime, we have to thank, of course, Christian as always, and Ali as always for the wrenches. Everyone, you know who you are out there. We could spend all night reciting everyone's names, but you mean a lot to me and to Annette. So we thank you for your time every week. We're looking forward to be with you next week here. But of course, Annette has her own channel, and she has a bunch of events coming up. So you can follow her there too, psychicannetteDion.com, or email her for your own reading, right? A one-on-one reading.
Or just to say hi.
Yeah, or just do that. Yeah, Annette Dion, the number 7 at gmail.com. If you want the Bridge Cape Band newsletter, that goes out first thing tomorrow morning. Email me at hello@bridgecapeband.com. I'll put up my latest history documentary for you as well. Or you can check out the Flying Santa piece that I did last year too. And I'll let you know when we have another show coming up. So
I watched that. That was good.
Yeah. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Annette. Oh, and by the way, I do want to say too, record numbers tonight for the show.
Really?
So we're super appreciative. I think so. We were pushing 475 to 500 at one point. That's strong for us.
Thank you, everybody. Much appreciated. I want to say too, I know this is a hard time of year for people, Thanksgiving and Christmas. If you don't have anybody, I was saying, don't think you're the only one that doesn't have anybody. I mean, because there's a lot of people out there that think that everybody has somebody, and it's just not true. I work with enough people to just tell you, it's like half the population has people to hang out with, and the rest are like, whoa, why am I all alone? You know what I'm saying? So if you're struggling, don't struggle by yourself. Reach out. There are people that will help you, that want to help. So there's no more lonely feeling than thinking that you're just, that nobody will help you. It's got to be, someone will always help you. Okay, so the Ace of Cups, the Four of Swords. This is kind of more of what I was saying earlier, where there's going to be, it's like equal good news, equal not good news, but because the Four of Swords is like feeling like things are kind of stuck, feeling like energy is stagnant. There's a lot of things that look like not hopeful. I mean, we just came through a week of, mass shootings last week, and just things looking really like dire. We're really being challenged to find the glimmer of light in the darkness. The Knight of Wands, it's kind of like we do have some saving graces. And the Ace of Cups, it's a matter of how you look at what's going on in the news and everything. Is like, see the cup as overflowing, not empty. And this coming week, I'm just looking at astrologically, we're heading into the full moon in Gemini coming up in December. So I got to get my December calendar going, and I'll let you know more about that next time when it will be December. It's December tomorrow. Happy December.
We're there. Probably at December already in other places, checking in, watching.
Right.
So Very cool. All right, Annette, thank you so much again for your time. That was cool. I'll let
Thank
you know about Friday. And if we don't do Friday together, the music at the hotel, then I'll get you for another show for sure.
What time is that again?
It would be like late morning, like 10 o'clock.
Okay, let me know what you want and I'll put something together.
Yeah, it's basically so if Alexandra's sick, we'll need you. And if not, we'll have you for a show. Probably in January, we'll be in a cool spot somewhere and do a show.
And I'm gonna be on the cable channel too. I don't know when.
Oh, you are? Oh, yeah, because of the music with the mayor.
Yeah,
I heard that was great. He loved it.
I didn't see it.
Oh, yeah, no, I heard it was really good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks,
Okay.
Corey.
Thanks, Annette. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, again, thanks to the wrenches. Thanks to all you out there. We'll see you this time next week on Bridge K Band. Thanks for all the thumbs up and the subscriptions and the kind notes and emails and all that stuff too. So,
all right, we'll break bread again soon.
Yeah, I know we're due to eat.
Well, we'll have to go eat somewhere.
I miss eating with you. It's fun.
Let's go to the rest of the restaurant, the move that we used to go to.
Yeah. Oh, and then we should figure out. So I have like the letters and the fan art for you too.
I'll text you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be around.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Have a good night. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye. Okay, so as Annette's logged off, it usually as soon as I shut off, YouTube does a weird thing where it cuts off like 5 or 10 seconds beforehand. So I just linger for a little bit longer. So anyway, thanks again. Hit me up if you need me for anything. If not, we will see you next time on Bridge Cape Band. Thanks for all the support. That was a fun show, and I really enjoyed that. So it was good to get back in the swing of things. So I will leave you with the serenity and the snowfall and see you next time on the bridge. Adios for now. Bye.